What's up, everybody? This is the poker coaching study session. Today, we're going to be looking at
some hands I played with all cards face up, and we're going to kind of analyze them from the point of view of the horse as our best guess. All right, here we go, Sam. This is a hand. This is a hand that is. Let's go to the beginning of it. Why is this here? Oh, that was that guy. Okay, next hand. Here we go. King Jack suited,
Open.
open, and the open size should be
I play live, so I'll make it 4.
yeah.
But I
Okay,
guess you could do 3 here or
yeah,
2.5.
yeah. So live we're going. So in the horse we're going to four. So this should be a four for the horse, and I'm going to do some fours this coming month. But obviously I played this the way I do, which is 2.5. But we can still follow the action.
Ooh, this is a bigger open. This is a yeah, but people 3-bet more often from the button. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, I really don't want to call. I hate calling 3-bets out of position.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know anything about this guy. Like, if it's a live game and I have reads, I would fold here. If
Hmm.
it's like a stronger reg, then I would call or 4-bet. I and he's using a bigger than 3x size. So I guess I fold.
Okay. The one observation I would make about his size is this: it is larger than 3x for our investment, but it's not a large size for his hand. Because so often people are raising to three, and so the three bet goes to nine. And so in many people's heads, the three bet is just nine. If I go to
Yeah.
two, the three bet is nine. If I go to 3.5, the three bet is still nine. The three bets are nine.
He
Yeah,
could
this
Um,
is
well just clicked pot.
a
ex-
click a pot button.
That's a
yeah,
click pot. That's
yeah,
that's
exactly.
a very lazy 3-bet.
Yeah,
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
2.5 click pot is 9.
yeah, yeah.
Three
So,
3x plus dead money, that's 9.
yeah, right. So we don't have to read this that he's at the strong part of his three bet range. And there we go. So this time I called. So I
Yeah,
understand.
if anything, when they're on the button,
Hmm.
it's when they're the weakest.
Yeah,
And we flop great. We
yeah.
check naturally to him,
Hmm.
expecting a C bet, and he uses a half pot size.
Yeah,
So he's a button clicker.
yeah.
How could you tell that? Like
That he hit half pot. That he didn't type in 9.27.
He probably hasn't adjusted and he clicked pot for his 3-bet, half pot for his bet here.
Yeah, very possible. All right. So facing
I
this.
mean, um, are we playing for all of it? Because there's two ways you could call,
Mhm.
or you could check raise and then jam the turn.
Right.
But he doesn't really have enough behind. If we call here, the pot is gonna be like 40. He's gonna have 2x pot. If he bets half pot again, it's 20. If we jam over him, I don't know. I hate this spot.
Okay.
What do we do? Like click it to
But we're
30?
not. But we're not going to fold,
Thir-
right?
I, I guess you call.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna check raise this time, and my check raise size is going to be for this, and then expecting that I'll be jamming a lot of turns. Um, would love to see an ace on the turn. I'd love to see an ace rather than a nine. And he just folds, and he had
No, that's great.
ace ten. We got a clean fold from ace ten.
Hey, that's perfect.
Yeah, I like a little small. I think a little smaller raise here, and then you'll have a nice chunkier river or turn jam.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the only thing here is like when we raise to this size and he calls, I pretty much know I have no fold equity on the turn.
Hmm.
Because if we call here, the pot is gonna be what? Like 34, 34, 69. 34, 34, 69 plus 20. That's like 88. He only has like maybe 60% pot behind.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yep.
And I don't like raising smaller either because
You just
like
want him to. You just want him to have
like
200 big blinds. You want this
and
pot to
like
start hitting big
yeah,
blinds.
any way you cut it, it's just like the pot doesn't. It's just like a weird size.
Yeah.
Like ideally, I want to have at least pot on the turn, or even more than pot on the turn, like 120% pot.
So you can get that by doing a pure click check. A check raise click.
Yeah, but like,
But
and
that's
people these days, like I feel like they kind of know what you're up to if you do that,
yeah.
because like this board is like extremely wet.
Yeah.
Like if you flop a set of tens, are people really gonna click it to 20? They don't. They make it like 35.
Right. That's what I was trying to represent.
That's the thing. But I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. Maybe like that's how I see things. So maybe they don't care.
Yeah. So yeah, you're right on the turn. We're not going to have a lot of fold equity. If I'd gone to 27, which would still be a respectable number, be it was a small three bet, but not insultingly small. Um, if I did that, I'd have a chunkier turn. And even though I don't have a lot of fold equity, I still have a lot of equity in my hand. So you add the equity in my hand to the fold equity. Don't hate it. Don't hate it. All right. Up
Yeah.
next. Yeah. Love that he folded one of my outs. That's great.
I
But
do like the check raise though. I just didn't think it was gonna work all that often when he takes like half pot.
yeah, yeah. Well, there you go. It worked, and it worked when he didn't have air. Well, I
Oh yeah, yeah. If he's
didn't have
doing
pocket
that, then
sevens.
yeah, if he's doing that's perfect.
Yeah, yeah.
Scotty,
And
these pot size three bets too are common here at 100 NL in this place. I'm sure you've run into it, and they're usually decent. Like it's not like a fishy or player. They're usually pretty decent. It's like back raise Betty uses the pot
yeah,
size three bets,
yeah,
and yeah, it's pretty common.
yeah. It's a fine thing.
So
Um,
you're saying it's not necessarily like the top of the range.
Right.
It could be
Yeah.
hands like this, and they will fold to the check raise.
yeah,
Then we should be check raising the bejesus out of them.
yeah.
Like you should call, and then just like blindly check raise the flop.
We'll see about that as we go forward. That's a lot to take from one hand, but we'll see. All right, here we go. Up next is Andy.
All right, let's see how fishy I can be.
All right. Let's see if you can outfish me on this one.
Is this a good one?
I don't know.
Is this
No.
one of the ones you tagged how Andy would play it?
No, that's going to be pocket nines. You're going to see it.
Oh,
It's
nice.
it's so bad.
I have a hand that I tagged specifically for Brian. I think even
Right.
in the note I said this is for you, Brian.
Gotcha. All right, here we go. So, raised you with ace nine.
I think I'm three betting here, isolating.
Yeah, it's not a pure three bet, but it isn't. It is there.
No, but he's opening a lot,
Yeah, so let's
so
do it.
he's probably kind of wide.
Yeah.
So what's his open range look like if you hover?
We don't have that. We have this range. But what we do have
Okay.
is he's 28 over 52 hands. So
What's his pop up from? Does it show his breakdown?
you want to see him from this? He's in high.
RFI, yeah, look, early position. He's opening. I guess it's only five. It's a small sample, but
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
way wider than he should be.
So here we go. So we take the three bet this time. Maybe we'll get maybe he'll fold and the hand will become boring. Nope. All right. He checks to you.
Playing like the horse, we're range betting small, so it's gonna be a B33 ish. So let's bet out 7.5 ish.
Sounds good. I went 8.8, 8.1, same thing. We get called.
He checks again. Not changing card. We need to recap them. So B33 again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or
I did the check.
is this I well that was gonna be my or.
Yeah.
or we check here and see what he does.
Hmm.
Because if he has a 10, he's just going to come out and bet it, and probably for a good size on the river.
Right. Now, the thing we don't know with this is by not betting, we didn't give him the chance to check raise, so we don't know if we have permission on a check here to go nuts.
If he checks again,
Yeah. All right.
Oh, this is interesting.
Yeah. 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 I'm already declaring that I have played this wrong. Let's see if we can play this right. So one way you do it is you bet about a third here, and we'll see how he's going to react. So you bet about 10 here, and I'll tell you what he does later. But on the check line,
what does he do here?
yeah,
Because if he's got the backdoor hearts, if he's got a good strong king, or he's got a 10, he's going to bet, and his size is going to tell us. When he checks again, he's checked 3 times.
yeah,
I think like a B75 is going to take it here. Either
okay,
that or he's got a weak king, and I don't think a weak king is ever calling a B150. I don't think we run into anything here.
Weak king or even pocket nines,
yeah.
7-8.
So you guys are all going to play this hand better than me because you guys are all going to bet the river. So now the question is just the size. Um what's the size you want to bet?
I
Andy
mean,
first?
If
paired
we have,
board with the backdoor flush. I mean, and he checked the river after. I would go like a B150. I would bet like 55 here.
Okay. So Andy's betting 55. Uh Sam, what are you betting?
so the I like for me, then we gotta start thinking it. So he doesn't have a 10. He has a king.
Maybe.
He has a king. He has pocket jacks. Once in a while, he will have a flush here, like queen jack of hearts.
But I think especially this, I mean, this player class, he's gonna with his aggression frequency, just about any king. After we check that turn back, just about any king is betting. If he has backdoor hearts, he's gonna bet it out on the river.
Because he knows I'm
If he
checking.
has a 10, he's gonna bet it on the. I just don't think he best hand he has here is like pocket jacks, but I think
Then
he's
we don't.
probably more in like
Then I
the.
don't think. Yeah, then we don't think like if we think he has like pocket nines, pocket jacks, and if we have king queen here, or we have pocket queens here, how much would we bet to get that hand to call? The
20,
answer
30,
it's yeah,
25 or
it's,
30.
yeah, it's probably small, like between 10 to 15 big blinds, I would say.
Yeah. Oh,
So
okay.
I would just size up to maybe I would do no more than pot, I would say. Like if I'm trying to get him to call with pocket jacks, if we have pocket queens with 10 big blinds or 12 big blinds or 15 big blinds, then I might just go like 30, like double that,
Right.
or add 20 big blinds to that.
Okay.
Something like that.
Right. So who here checked the turn with me, as opposed to betting the turn? Who was a turn checker?
I did.
Okay, Mike's in this line. Larry, you a turn checker or a turn better?
I think I would check that.
Okay, so Mike and Larry, so on the river, taking your ace showdown value, which isn't showdown value except against 8-9, which is, I mean, you do beat 8-9, you do beat 9 jack, you do
Queen
beat
jack, queen
jack.
jack.
Yeah, you beat all those. So you do have some snigger of showdown value. Are you going to try to take your showdown value, or are you going to bet here?
No, not with ace nine. I would be betting.
I mean, he
And
also
it would be-
has probably has a lot of ace queen, ace jack
Yeah,
that gets here.
yeah. So Mike,
Um,
what's your size?
I would want to go pot minimum. But I think I like Andy's size of like an overbet here.
Okay.
But I don't know if I'm trying to determine if that would be necessary. Like maybe pot is just what you need to get jacks, eights, nines. Certainly all the ace X hands are going to fold that don't have a pair.
Yeah. And Larry,
I really don't think we're ever running into a king here. I don't think we're ever running into a 10, and I don't think we're ever running into a flush. I think a B
I
one
think we can
fifty.
run into I think we can run into a weaker king here. I don't think we're running into a 10 or a flush though.
Yeah, but I don't know that a weaker king is calling a B 150.
They may not. They may not. So that's good.
When he's gone check, check, check with his weaker king, especially on the river when we check back the turn.
Yeah.
If he's not betting a weaker king there, he's never calling a B 150. And I
Right.
think like a king jack, king nine suited, he can't have king nine suited unless it's hearts. So, oh yeah, he could have spades.
Could have diamonds.
I don't think a weaker king is ever calling a B1 like a B 150. And I don't think he ever has a 10. I don't think he ever has hearts. I think his range looks like ace queen, ace jack, maybe some jacks. I mean, we don't have a ton of hands, but his four bet is 0, so he may not be the type that's four betting queens. But so he might have some queens, some eights, some nines, some queen jack. Like I think that describes his range pretty well, and I don't think anything in that range is calling a B 150.
Yeah. So those are all good reasons to go 55. Larry, what are you going? Or are you checking? All right, Larry.
I actually changed my mind. I like that analysis.
Okay, so you're going 55 now?
I like that analysis. If he's gonna fold everything, the fuck, why not?
Right. Okay. So
I think
all
he's
those
calling
are better,
anything.
all those are better choices than what I did. I think I think this play is bad. Part of my thought process here, which was bad, was what is believable. So I'm going to bet 55 here. The hand that I'm representing is I'm representing flushes and full houses. And which flush or full house checked back the turn? Now he may not be thinking that deeply, but that is what. But in game, when I looked at it and said, "Shall I go for it?" I go, "I wouldn't believe me."
Yeah,
It's the other side
see,
of betting of the B50 or of the 55 big blind bet is the bluff side. You have to have a lot of bluffs when you're betting that size.
Yep, this is one of them. So
Right.
there's that. Yep. So all that's good. Now, we're going to see his hand, and then we're going to play out. We're going to play this out with a better play on the turn.
yeah,
Okay.
see, that's not how a horse would think. The horse would just think, what is his range?
Yeah.
And
Not what does he
what
think
am I
about
gonna
me?
do? Not
Yeah.
not like, would he believe me?
Yep.
No.
Yeah. Okay. So he's there with 7-9. Everything would have worked except what I did. Okay. So now the better play here would have been bet around 7 or 8 here. We get called. The 10 comes, and now we're not going to recap him by checking behind. We're going to bet again. And we're going to bet, and correct me if I'm wrong here. I'm going to bet here small. I want
Yeah.
him to raise his 10. So I'm going to bet 12.
Well,
Yes.
Right. So I bet 12. He usually folds now. When he doesn't fold on the river, so I bet 12. He folds. We're done. I bet 12. He calls. Now we're on the river. I've still got full houses in my range. I've got the flushes I go with. He gets here. He checks. The pot
damn.
is I bet 12, so the pot is 57. What's my bet on the river? When the pot is
All in.
57 and I bet the turn and he didn't raise me.
Your bet's all
That's the
in.
thing. No, it's not at all in. Because when you go bet small, their range contains draws. So when the draws completes, they still have strong hands.
Yeah, you just
Like you could expect to see like queen jack of hearts here, ace deuce of hearts, ace 5 of hearts, ace 8 of hearts, ace 9 of hearts,
And
all
king-
kinds of hearts.
And weak kings. All the weak kings play this way.
Yes,
all
yes.
checking.
So, and you hope when you bet small on the turn that he continues with pocket jacks, pocket
Mhm.
tens.
Right.
And I think if you take a small size on the flop and then recap him on the turn with a small size, the correct river size bet is also small.
Okay.
And you're just trying to get him to fold out all his pairs.
Bet.
Ace
Yeah.
high.
Now I'm just trying to. Now I'm trying to get Jack's. The weird seven, the ace seven, whatever it is.
Yeah, because the flush is not going to
9,
fold.
Right. So I'm going to bet.
And
So into the 57, I can bet 20. I can bet 26, 27. 28 and be close to the Affleck rule, or I can go below Affleck but not egregiously low and bet 20.
yeah,
If,
like
if we go in the B33 on the turn, I think I'd be looking at like a 31, 32 on the river.
All right.
Actual size, not relative size.
Okay. Sounds good. So that would be and both those lines are better than the one I played. All right.
Agreed.
Larry is okay. I'll put this. So
I think the best line. I mean, other than your river, I think the check turn, and then when he checks back, and I use that a lot when I go in position in 3-bet or single raise pots. When I check and then I'll check turn, and then when they check back on a similar board texture to this, I fire B150 and I probably get fold 95% of the time.
gotcha. And then on the river, we know our size is going to be small. The pot's going to be 57. Sam, what is small to you in position on the river? What's the actual size? I'm guessing $20. All right, Sam's doing real life. And Andy, are you still betting big on this river after betting 12 on the turn, or are you betting small on the
After
river?
betting 12 on the turn, that's going to put so 12 and 12 is 24. It's going to put us roughly to 60. I'm probably looking at actually about probably 35, 36 big blinds.
Okay, Scott's river is 20, and Andy's river is 35, and Sam's river is quote small.
I think now if we go 35, we've told them twice.
Told them
I think
3 times.
it's going to fold. That's going to fold out all their other ace high. It's going to fold out the weird 7 that gets there. It's going to fold out the pocket 8s, pocket 9s. It might get some of the
Get
jacks
some
and
of the
queens
kings to fold. It might get some bad king to fold. It might not.
might get a
It's not
bad
always
king to fold.
Yeah, but it's not like you jammed it, so that's fine. All right,
Right.
Larry, let me hit a button here. All right, you there, Larry? All right, we don't have Larry.
I'm
So we're
here.
on. Oh, here is okay, Larry. So going back, did you see it? What would you have done on the river on the last one?
I think
checking
if we're,
On
I
on
mean,
the
in terms
check
of what we're
check.
targeting, right? I mean, so, and it's hard to understand what we're repping when it goes bet check. We know it's one of the more
Yeah.
overbluff lines. But, I think there is a place for an overbet against the right person.
Sounds good. And then if you bet the turn and you bet 10 and got called, so you bet 12 on the turn. And
Well, let's
he
go through
calls,
let's go through all the entire, okay,
Alright.
so we 3-bet
So
three.
we 3-bet pre.
We choose
bet.
a conventional size of a B50, he calls.
He calls. Now we're going to bet B33 on the 10 pairing.
All right, so we're gonna down bet using kind of a hungry horse recap.
Yep. And he just
Theory.
calls. He just calls and recaps himself.
So then I think
the pot's 57 right now.
the pot's 57, then we just shove.
Sorry, the pot's 59. Pot's 59. I said 57. Pot's 59.
Then we shove.
2x pot
Shove
the
over.
river.
I don't agree
I'm
with
just,
that one, Brian.
I'm
This
just
is
kidding.
the-
I don't know the whole hand, so I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
when we get back on you, I don't think you'll choose the 2x pot. I think you're going to choose the small. All right, but here we
Okay.
go. Next hand.
What the fold out draws?
Yeah,
Oh, it
because
looks. Oh, there's a nut
you
changing
recapped him on
card.
the river. He still has his draws. He still
Yep.
has hearts there. So 2x pot is.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah. Okay. But here's Larry's hand. You got ace queen.
Okay. All right,
call.
so this is a viable squeeze hand. I think we squeeze or fold.
All right.
When we do squeeze, I'm gonna choose against a 3 big blind. I'm gonna choose 15 big blinds against 2 essentially, we're playing essentially 100 big blinds.
All right, 15.
Effective, yeah, I choose this size.
And the second player calls.
All right, so this is interesting. So we understand what this range is often. He's capped. So what's his range? What are we going to do about it? Well, we think his range lacks a lot of hands that look like ours that would have essentially 3-bet free. So we think we're looking at a lot of implied odds hands like middle pairs and suited connectors. Unfortunately, this is not a good flop for us and not a good flop for our range. However, against a capped range, which doesn't actually have a lot of pairs above probably tens, definitely jacks. I think we do actually now get a C bet, even though this flop is not good for us. We've got range. So I think we're trying to generate a fold from under pairs here. I kind of like maybe instead of trying to generate a fold on flop, I like maybe a small bet with a lot of increased pressure on turns. So maybe a B10 here.
Right.
I'm sorry, a 10 big blind bet.
Right. Now, in this world, I was not trying to play like the horse, but if we're trying to play like the horse, this is just a check. We're just out of position.
Yeah,
so
that's
check.
true. I mean, but this
So
is
let's
are we sure it's a check? Because
yeah,
we're not dealing with a 3-bet call range that we're dealing with a different kind of range here, which is already capped.
yeah, but still just out of
Which
position.
doesn't have ace king. It definitely doesn't have ace king,
I
aces,
actually
kings, and
agree with
queens.
I agree with Scotty on this one because a lot that if it's I'm sure it's gonna play more like a 3-bet calling range than a cold call, a regular bet because there's no cold calling a 3-bet in that spot. And in that spot, that's gonna be a board that would hit a 3-bet calling range better than it would us. I mean, we have all the overpairs, so we'd be betting polar in this situation, I would think.
Mm.
And then we would be checking a decent amount of our range as well.
I'm going.
my
I'm
belief
going to
is that in
go
three-
more Team Larry here because this is a back call. This isn't a. He didn't raise and then call our 3-bet. He cold called
he flat.
and
He double
then
flat.
back called our 3-bet. So his range is super condensed, capped. You can expect not to see aces, kings, queens, jacks, even tens, ace, king, ace, queen. Like you're not seeing any of that top range here because humans just aren't good at trapping on the button when they probably should, right? They probably should call occasionally with ace, king, and queens occasionally, but they're not. So you don't have any of that.
Yeah,
Or
I
But
they
you
don't
agree
do
have
with
have
any
that.
of
pocket five. But you do have
That's
pocket
why I'm
5, 6s,
saying
7s, 8s, and 9s.
that's why I'm
Yep.
saying that why that board is better for them in that situation then though because they have no overpairs. We have all the overpairs, so I think we're going to bet polar in this situation where we're going to check a decent amount and we're going to bet big when we do bet, and then we're going to and since they have if we assume that their range is a lot of sixes, sevens, eights, nines, stuff like that, and maybe some suited connectors as well, this board's going to connect much better than it will to their range than it will to our range, but we'll still have all the over pairs.
If we want to go for a polar bet here, I don't think ace queen makes it into the bluff lobe, the bluff lobe of the polar bet without a heart.
Yeah, you probably could have point there.
Yeah. All right. But we check. He checks back. This is great.
All right, so once we've taken the check line, I think we usually just want to negotiate to showdown in theory here, but we're going to beat some part of his range. But we can choose to exploitatively start betting here.
All right. Also, we have a draw now.
And we do have a gutter. Yes, it's a good
Sure.
point.
But
All right. Yeah. So probably, yeah. Yeah, that's probably, yeah. That's the
look at how weak he played that.
kind of hands that we think we're going to see here.
I'm shocked that I got the fold from pocket 7s.
Me too.
This is why I showed it
Yeah,
to you.
that's-
Especially about check on flop. It's very,
That is weird.
it's very nitty.
Yeah. I mean, what is he?
I mean, I think some people are pretty,
How did this work?
they're pretty binary with these underpairs, right? They're like no
Right.
set, no bet. Kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Thank you. All right. Mike. Let's turn this off. All right.
Ooh.
We got a limp. We got another limp.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, this looks like one we can complete here.
Yeah, let's just lose half a big
Um,
blind. Why
I
not?
probably would complete and not
Yeah.
three bet it.
Yeah.
Ugh. Okay. Oh, well, okay,
Yep.
makes it easy.
Right. Super easy, right?
I love when that happens. It makes my life so much easier.
It's like, yeah, like we're
I
gonna
know,
do this.
right?
And the amusing thing about this, the only reason I'm showing it, two people who decided to play Tricky Limper.
Mm,
Two people Tricky Limp. And this guy, and where this guy squeezes from is kind of funny. Kind of a, not the greatest squeeze candidate, but okay. And then the double punish. And the queens trying desperately to keep him in.
Wow.
Look at how hard the queens are working to keep this guy in.
That's fear right there.
Yeah.
Manifested in a different way.
Yeah. All right. There we go.
That is a scared money player.
All right. Come back. Oh, who do you think's scared? Do you think the queens are scared?
Queens are scared money because they limp because like whenever somebody does limp raises aces, it's like a huge sign of fear because they're so scared that they're not going to get the money from their aces. So they're scared to open
Okay.
from wherever they're at or
Right.
so they do that weird limping shit. And that's the same thing with like queens or jacks. It's like, oh, I don't want somebody to fold. So let's limp. I don't think it's as much of like, oh, I'm going to try and be tricky and get this and that. Because you're turning your hand face up a lot of the time when you do that. So a lot of the time it's like, I'm terrified I'm not going to get paid by this hand. So
Gotcha.
let's
Maddie,
do it the weird way.
this could be back raised Betty over there. It's been, like about a month since I've really played a lot, but they typically don't do it when they're that in late position. They kind of wait. They do it when they're earlier position.
Yeah. So they'll be
But he's got some pretty nutty numbers happening, and you had a limper short stack. I don't know. That could be a back raise Betty there.
Could be.
He was expecting to back raise,
Yeah.
but then got a limp jam, and so he then adjusted his play. As
Yeah.
could be.
I'm going to give you another hand here.
6-7.
6-7.
Yeah. Okay. I don't normally play it, but certainly can.
All right. Let's see if I did. If that's why we're here. Yep.
Not
This is one of
early.
the times I chose to do it. And then we're
Oh,
just
okay. Well,
right. That's it. We're done.
giving me some easy hands.
Right. And just what came
Wait,
up.
does it fold to a 3-bet?
Or to a
Do
34.
an all in.
To a 34
Oh,
jam.
35 big
I-
blind 3.
Sorry, I'm driving. I can't see I didn't
Yes.
see
Yeah.
the sizing.
He jammed for 35 big blinds. And by
Oh,
the way,
okay.
and the only reason I'm showing this is just to show you what his hand was. Just desperately wanting to get a fold, I guess, without needing a fold. Thank you for not taking 5 more big blinds from me.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do this. Adrian. Let's turn off this. There you go. You got ace deuce suited in the small blind, and the raise is to 2.
Raise.
Okay. So that's a fine thing here. Normally to a raise, I would be folding ace deuce and I'd be 3-betting ace 5, ace 4, a little bit of ace 3 here just for the balance of it. When he goes to 2, though, I don't think I just can't fold. And so I
You're
made
folding ace deuce.
I violated in this case, I violated my rule. And to show you it just once, since we don't see a lot of the 2 big blind bets.
Was he the effective button, or was there somebody?
Yeah, Pete, that's the question. You're folding ace deuce to under the gun.
Oh, so there was somebody.
Or where's it was so he's cut
The
off,
cutoff.
right?
He's got it. So I'll show you this.
I don't think you fold ace deuce to cut off.
Yeah, let me go here. Let's take a look at these. All right.
Yeah, I
so,
think ace deuce is a fold, but you can 3-bet the ace 3s to ace 5s.
right. So
Is
to,
it cut off?
I dislike to 3-bet that hand because you always make the butt end of a stroke.
Oh,
And
it
they
is.
should be
it is
calling
different.
with 5-6 suited.
right. So
Oh.
here's your 3-bet range to a
To a 2.5.
2.5 from the cutoff.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah.
So this is the one that I'm comfortable with and that I would normally play
What's a
and then
two?
get the fold. But it turns out when he goes to two, two is so small. And I'm ace three, I'm ace deuce.
Ace deuce.
Yeah,
Yeah, I had a
that you
little bit.
that you pick up these calls, and I
Okay.
don't know why I did this. I don't know why I thought this.
Yeah.
I was just like I was sort of instantly in game against the
Scotty
button. I bet
Slivers.
Yeah.
against the button it's this, and
Okay.
it is that button. Did that guy get a hand? Yeah, the button got a hand. So I don't know why I did this, but here we are
All right.
as played.
You called.
Yeah,
Okay.
I called.
Okay.
I don't love it, and it is just in game. I looked at two and I went, I don't think I can fold a suited ace to two,
Yeah.
and the answer is, oh, hold on, it just changed.
Now it's a raise.
What was there another call in there when I looked at this before? So the range we just saw was wrong. Maybe it was after the button calls. Yeah, this was after
After
the
the
button
button calls.
calls.
Yeah, I would say
This would have been easy. Yeah,
folding ace deuce, folding any ace suited ace to one razor from the button or this cutoff. I wouldn't do it. But
yeah, yeah. So, but to 2.5 is a fine thing. But here, so I made the wrong adjustment with the thought of, okay, I'm not folding.
right.
And how wrong is it? Can't be that wrong if
Not
ace
that
three and
bad.
ace four do it, but it's wrong. All right, so there we go. And then this happens,
Check. Check. Call.
right?
You
Yeah,
should
just call.
fold.
Yep.
Check.
He checks behind.
Checks behind. That's interesting. Small bet.
Okay. And what is a small bet on a pot of 9.7?
3.
Okay. I went 6.
A little higher, but yeah.
Yeah. Now let's see, what did he fold to me?
Yeah, I like a block here too.
Yeah. Oh my God, you guys are so right, and I was so wrong.
Yeah. 3.
He folded his king,
Yep.
so that
You
my
get
bet
a
was
call
way
if you bet 3.
Yeah, yeah, the king is calling 3. Okay, 3 is much better. All right. Nice. Well played, Adrian. All right, back up to Brian.
All right, I'm home now.
You got pocket eights, and you are on 1, 2, 3. Pocket eights in the low jack.
I am opening
We're
2,
opening.
3,
Yep, 3, and live you're opening to 5, right?
5.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. There we go. We go 2.5 online.
Live, technically, that's a pretty light open to 5.
Okay. Yeah, but you were doing it, right?
Yeah, I am. I'm not
Yeah.
folding 9s.
Yeah,
I'm not folding 8s.
No, you're not folding eights in the low jack. All right, we get called once in position. We flop this.
Okay.
We're going to just check range. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He checks behind. And the king
Okay.
comes.
I'm still gonna check here.
All right, I do. He bets basically pot.
I'm gonna call.
Okay. So already you're playing better than me. So you're going to call this. And he is going to, on the river. Let's see. We don't ever get to see the river. All we get to see is his bluff.
What? Why are we calling this bet?
Because I mean, when he checks back the flop, he just gets here with so much air whenever we check to him twice that he's just gonna start to bet.
Stabby stab.
He's probably not gonna do this with 9s or a queen, so at best he hit a king, and he's gonna tell me on the river most likely how strong he is.
So you're gonna, yeah, you're just willing to lose. You're willing to lose one pot size bet in a small pot.
And when he has a king here, I mean, there's cards on the river that we can if we think now if we get to the river and we think that he probably has a king here because he's probably not getting 2 streets with a queen or a 9. So when we get to the river and we're now pretty confident that he has a king, and say a diamond comes or something comes like a jack comes and there's a one liner to a straight, we can blast them the hell off of it.
Now, do you blast him with a bet, or are you going to
Oh,
go
he
going for
only
a check
has
when you see his size?
It depends. Yeah, well, now I'm looking at it. He's got 46 big blinds left, so that's gonna make it more tricky. But I don't think just because he's stabbing on the turn doesn't mean anything yet. He can do this with tons of air like he did.
Right.
Yeah, I
So
don't know, man. I mean, the results aside, I don't think we call a pot size bet.
yeah, that was my look of it, which was just with fourth pair pot size. I'm gonna call. I'm gonna call a smaller
Equity
stab.
completing card.
Yeah. Now,
Yeah,
but the thing is, let's bring in. Let's have the river be the
innate.
queen of diamonds.
Queen of Diamonds makes it very interesting. I'm gonna
Right.
check, and a lot of his bluffs might get very scared and just check through.
Right. In which case I win.
And
When he
then
bets, what am I going to, what sizes am I calling? What sizes am I check raising? And what sizes am I folding to? The pot is 18. It's 18.
18.
It's got 46 left. And
Um,
I got a queen of diamonds.
in live and against fish, they're gonna get scared. So if they bluff, they're gonna bluff for a small size. And even their kings will start to take a small size. So all their small sizes, I'm probably gonna try and attack them
Right. So
with a big
anything,
check raise.
anything 40% pot and below, we're going to check raise.
Yeah, I
And
mean, because
anything pot and
if
above,
if
everything pot and above, we're folding to.
yeah, and if I think that I mean, if we're in the situation like we are, that I don't think he's gonna bet a lot of his. I mean, he's not going to bet a lot of his showdown value here, so it's going to really weight him towards a king if he continues to bet on the river or a bluff.
Or he bluffed, or his bluff got here, or he had
That's
diamonds.
true. Diamonds are a possibility, but he's
Right.
probably
But
going to get greedy with diamonds,
right. That's
so
that's
he's
what we
probably going
believe.
to choose a bigger size.
Yeah. Because I look like
So,
I have a king.
yep. I don't know.
Okay.
It's a call and evaluate the river, chances to
Okay.
steal it, or he's just straight up bluffing and he gives up. Because a lot
Okay.
of time they don't follow through.
Yeah. In game in general, I don't hate my fold here with the eights. Um, in this particular hand, and the fact that I had to show it, I hate it. But I don't hate the fold to the full pot bet here. I think the full pot stab is weighted less towards bluffs, but this time it was a pure bluff with no equity at all.
Also, I mean, it is very different. You're playing 100 NL online, right?
Yeah.
They are better players, so I should
Uh,
probably approach it slightly differently
uh,
than what I'm playing against.
it might be. By the way, I played 200 for you last night, and they're not better, or enough of them weren't better to make
Yeah.
it certainly interesting. All right, there we go. Let us. Okay, after Brian is me. I played this hand, so I'll just be three betting the ace five to let's go 11. Let's get a call from the big blind and then the fold. So this is going to be harder to negotiate. All right. I can check because I'm out of position. I can bet because I have two back doors and the initiative. And in this case, I bet. He called. All right, let's pick up some equity. That's not equity. So we check and give up. We check, and we hit the ace.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's why we're here. Okay. I know what I did. And if I loved it, I might not be showing the hand. No, I probably would still anyway. But I don't love it. I believe I just checked back here.
Bet 12.
Yeah. Oh, Derek's here. Sorry, Derek. You should have.
Yep.
Sorry, Derek. This is your
Bet
hand.
12.
All right. So Derek's betting 12 on. Derek's betting 12. I'm going to give you the next hand also. So 12 would have been good. And let's see, would he have called the 12? No, probably not. But still, I still should have bet it. Okay. There we go. Okay. Next hand is also Derek. All right. Pocket nines with a poster. 1, 2, 3. You're low jack -1. What do you want to do with pocket nines?
Um, So this guy is posting and he's a 20-0.
Yeah.
So why is a 20-0 posting?
He must have sat out or for some reason.
Must have sat
Yeah,
out,
yeah.
or the stats got in weird. Yeah,
And we have how many hands on him?
15.
15.
That's
Ellis
a lot. Yeah.
well, I didn't see you there.
Hello.
Next hand is.
I'm gonna bet 5.5 here.
All right. I'm gonna go to 4.5, but same thing. And you get raised. You got pocket nines.
Okay, then I think I don't really have enough for set mining. And I'm going to be out of position.
Don't
So
really.
Hmm?
Yeah, you don't really.
yeah, we don't have enough to set mine. So we're gonna
I bet
say
Scotty calls here.
Oh, of course I call. Of course I call.
I like the disciplined fold though, Derek.
no. Like, there's no way we're going for set to
Right.
try to flop a set. Okay, we don't flop a set.
No. No, but if
We're
I
sad.
fold here, I don't get to misplay the river as bad as is coming up.
Oh, is this the
This is the one. This is pocket
Okay, we
nines.
didn't
This is the
we
Andy
didn't flop
hand.
a set.
This is the Andy hand.
We didn't
So-
flop a set. Those sixes aren't nines.
Right.
We're gonna check fold here.
Check. Right. We're gonna check. He bets
Fold.
9. You're gonna fold. Okay, that's a good thing. That would be a better play. So I call the one bet.
I would if
I
we got
don't
here,
think we
I'd
can
call.
ever fold there.
Yep, I would call here if we
And
got
call,
here.
call once. Right. Okay. Now check, check. That's great. River's a queen.
Okay, I'm pretty sure we don't have the best hand.
Sure we do.
You could.
Okay.
Sevens, eights, sixes, there's ace king. You could.
I could be against ace king.
Let's play silly bugger. Let's bet 1.
Okay, that's while that is, I think, a bad play. It is much better than this.
Oh,
Well,
I
we
know.
lose
God,
30 left.
Scotty.
oh boy.
Right.
So this
I
is
was
a pure
recommending
flop hand.
a 5 big blind bet here to get called by ace king.
This is an Andy hand.
This is an Andy. It gets worse.
Oh boy.
Don't tell me you called.
No, I realized now let's see it. Now
I
let's
would
see how
have
terrible.
checked the river and called a bet and would have lost, but
Eesh. That was optimistic.
Yeah, this is I think that this river bet of 31 is just nonsensical from me.
Yeah, that was.
it doesn't accomplish a whole lot.
No, a block bet of 5 or 10. What does a block bet accomplish here? And Mike, you were
Yeah,
advocating for block bet.
you might get called by ace king, ace jack. You might get called by pocket eights, pocket sevens.
Right.
Yeah.
I think my bet of 1 would have maybe ace king might have called,
Mhm.
but we still lose.
Yeah. One really induces a raise, and I don't have a hand that wants to induce a raise.
You
But
induced
I
a
think
raise
31 is
anyways.
wrong.
Oh no, I didn't.
Now, in all
induce a raise.
fairness, the guy's kind of an idiot. I don't know. I guess you got to raise a queen there.
Oh yeah, he can raise a queen here.
Yeah, why wouldn't he?
He just, yeah. I mean, if you have a queen in my position and we are deeper, and I bet and he raises me and we've got another $1,000, my jamming over the 1,000 is a terrible play. So bet raise when I am expecting to chop, and he's going to fold everything there's in a chop. I'm basically chopping or running into pocket sixes. So that's a bad play. But just raising, just the single raise is fine. I gotta have a 6. He has a
That's
queen.
true.
Yeah,
You're
so-
right.
So this was bad. And when I bet the 31 before the raise came in, I thought, this is bad. And then I went, this is very bad.
Horrible.
This is horrible. Right. And to answer your question, Elif, when I asked, when you said, what was I thinking at the time? I know you didn't say it this time, but the answer was, I was thinking,
Jacks,
some girls
maybe?
have long hair. Some boys have short hair. I
Oh.
like peaceful. That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
I think that like what goes on
I
in
was
my
thinking
head
maybe
is I think
jacks or tens,
immediately.
but that
Go ahead.
works too. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like I'm going to try to get jacks and tens to. I'm going to turn my nines into a bluff and try to get jacks and tens to fold. So that is a thought. I mean, it is a coherent thought.
Yeah, but Jackson 10s probably aren't folding, right?
Uh,
They
I was
could.
just going
They
for
might actually.
They could. Well, I mean, yeah, I guess.
They might. And can they play this way? Let's see. You bet small. I call. They check. And now
Yeah,
here we are.
definitely.
You could have jacks or tens here.
Yeah.
I think that they call a lot because the queen has paired. Yeah.
Pretty
I think there
narrow
we go.
part of the range, though.
what
Yeah,
I
that's
do on the river is I just
super narrow.
bet full.
Say what?
So I bet one here to get value from ace king.
Okay. And then you fold to a raise.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. All right. Up
That's
next.
And
like
he loses
like-
like 30 less, mind you.
Yes.
what can he call that I
Well,
can
Derek
beat?
didn't lose 30 less. Derek folded the
Derek
flop.
folded pre-flop. Derek
Me too,
Derek
by
folded
the way.
pre-flop,
I
which is
folded
I think
pre-flop.
the best
Derek-
play.
Derek-
I lost 4.5.
Yeah, Derek lost 4.5.
I said 5.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Derek was going
I
to
would do
5. So
5
Derek
too.
lost 5.
I lost 5.
You're
Right.
folding pre-flop?
Yes, you can absolutely. You do not have to
Why
call
would you-
that.
What are you ahead of?
You mean
You're
pre-flop?
ahead of ace king?
King, queen suited. Lots of hands. But
Yeah, but we're not gonna realize our equity most of the time.
that's
Oh,
true.
Like-
yeah.
Like if you're playing where I'm playing, then you can fold to 3. You fold your nines to 3 bets, right?
Yeah, you can fold those nines.
If
It
there's,
seems super
like,
nitty.
but they only have like 100 big blinds, right?
So here we are. We are at 100 big blinds. We raise. We're here with pocket nines here. We open our pocket nines. Hooray. It was the hijack who 3-bet us, I believe.
Mhm.
Yep. No, low jack.
What's his
No, sorry, no, hijack.
The cutoff.
What's his
Cutoff.
three bet?
Even
Cut off.
even more of a
Cut off.
reason to call.
Cutoff raises. Now this is the pot is a little bigger here.
Mhm.
I mean the stack pot ratio is better because I went to 3 and not 4.5, and he went to 10 and not 14.
Yeah.
But with that, when it's back on me,
That's some
nines are
fold,
still
yeah.
folding a little bit. So with the added disadvantage, yeah, easy fold. Easy fold. Well played, Derek.
What's his 3-bet percentage? 0? How many hands?
8 hands.
Oh,
So-
only 8 hands.
Oh,
Okay.
his 3
VPIP
bet
of
is
38,
25.
a PFR of 25, and an aggression frequency of 4. So
He's
Yeah.
bet.
that kind of, you weigh that against, we haven't seen a 3-bet yet, but I guarantee if you
Coming.
had 300 hands on him, he's got a 3-bet north of 10.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
look at the hands they're supposed to be 3-betting, and I guarantee you it's not even like they're supposed to be 3-betting a lot of hands that humans don't.
Right. Let's look at let's
Right.
look at this.
I mean,
Way
there
more
are,
value.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think, especially in lower
King
stakes,
5.
I can ever fold there.
You should have more incentive to fold in lower stakes because they 3-bet super linear and they're gonna raise, and the open raise size that we're generally using is much larger. So we generally don't want to call as much in that spot.
this-
I mean, when we don't have a high hand count with somebody, we don't have a sample size for 3-bet, we can look at their VPIP and their PFR and their aggression frequency and deduce that they're most likely going to be 3-betting wider than what they should be and more aggressively, right? Especially from in position, from late
But
position.
it's 8 hands, like it's
Yeah,
nothing.
I wouldn't read anything to these stats yet. They're not. They're within a standard deviation of whatever could be going on. So in my review of this, I think that a fold here is very good, and I don't hate the call. I don't hate that. Check, bet, calling once here, don't hate. Check, love it. I do not like this bet. I do not like it on a boat. I do not like it with a goat.
Well,
And I
what do
certainly
you
do
think
not
of
like
my
its
idea
size.
of betting one big blind and
I
then
don't like
folding to a raise?
so here's the thing. I don't mind a block bet, but a block bet of one, I think says to him, your your jack high isn't good, but I'm not confident. So I think it gets a lot of raises. I think if you have pocket queens here, a bet of one big blind is cute because you're getting raised by a 6 and other things. You know, it's so hard for him to have anything that can call you. But I think when it's that small, I think I'm inviting a raise, and I don't want to raise because I'm folding to a raise. I don't think my check invites a raise because then he knows that that his showdown value can be good. An ace high is good. That's why. But in the idea you have, Mike's idea of betting 5 or 10, I think is less inviting of thrashing by him. That's what I think. All right. Elif is up.
Well, so
I could be I could go over to Team Mike with betting 5 or 10.
Yeah. Exact same idea. Just that one thing.
got 5 or 10.
Elif is up. The action is a raise to 2 on the button. You have 8s.
Okay. We could call, we could 3-bet.
Both are fine. I did the call.
Yeah, I would call most of the time.
Yep.
There are some leads here in GTO, I think, but I would check back to
I
the
check.
initial raiser.
Yep. He bets 75% pot, but also tiny because the pot is so small.
Call?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I don't think you're folding pocket 8s here ever, but if you are, you don't fold with the ace of spades.
Okay, check.
He checks behind.
Nice.
Nice.
I'm thinking we could ever lead here. But what are we going to accomplish? Fold a 10? Is he ever going to do that?
No.
Depending on the player, let me look at the 22 hands. 50, raise 41. 3-bet 0. Maybe I would get creative and bet here like 9 or something.
Bet like 9. Okay.
But
And
checking is fine too. Check call is okay.
yeah,
Check fold is even okay.
yeah, check evaluate his size would be the standard play here.
Yeah.
And I do it. And he bets 10. Bets pot.
Well, since we have the 8 of spades, I think it's under bluffed here, but the turn check is, I don't know, maybe pot control. I mean, I would fold, I think.
Okay.
You called?
I called.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it would take like a B300 for me to fold here.
Okay.
I'm gonna say this is weighted towards a bluff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
And the
their
thing that-
range is they get here with so many hands that like I think if he goes 30, what was the pot? 10, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
he bets pot. And
like
we have
if
the
he goes
ace
like
of
a
8
2x
of
overbet,
spades, so
I'm still calling 8s.
Okay. So here's the one thing in terms of we can bet here and try to get him off a 10 and he just folds. And
But
that's
he's not-
easy for
or we
us.
can let him bluff, yeah.
Or we do this and it's really profitable when we're right.
But we
Go
have
back to the
the-
flop.
Flop.
So what does he do on the flop? Sorry, I wasn't paying. He bets small on the flop. You
He bets
call.
large for the pot, but
Oh,
small
yeah.
in an absolute sense. He B75s.
Okay, so you call and then he checks back the turn.
Back to the turn, which could easily be a
So-
10, and a 10 has us beat. This could easily be a 10. right?
Okay. Yep.
This could easily be jacks, queens, and kings.
Yeah, but you got to remember what his range is made of here. I mean, he's
a
on the button with a min
Yeah, he's got
raise.
Too
everything.
wide,
He's
I
got,
think.
yeah, he's got
That's it.
hundreds of combos.
I don't like leading the river because leading the river doesn't. I don't think you're getting unless you go very large. You're not getting a lot of tens to fold.
Right.
So you have to go really large for a lead to get a 10 to fold. And if you check here, a lot of his tens check back. What does he do with his aces, his kings, queens? Oh man, I think he should just check call, and as long as he doesn't go egregious.
Yep. That's what we did. All right. Up next is, in this order, it's bouncing around, and so now it's going to be Larry.
Good afternoon, good morning.
Good morning, with king queen offsuit in the cutoff.
We get to open king queen
We
offsuit.
open. Yep. Button calls and big blind calls.
We're gonna check back more with ace X. We have less showdown. There is 4-5.
This works really well as a check raise. This board.
It does.
Yeah,
It's also really good as a donk board, I think.
Yeah, he
Um,
can donk this board happily.
but we know people generally don't check raise enough, check
Yep.
raise bluff enough. You know, they put a little bit more face up. We can beef. Why don't we go what I think is Hungry Horse-esque here? I could be totally wrong, but let's B50.
This is a perfect B50 hungry horse that I don't do. So the
Yeah,
horse
let's-
is bet here. I check back.
Okay, yeah, I think we can
I check back
B50
on the
there.
idea that this is a board I will be betting infrequently. So when I do it, I'll be betting large, and this hand doesn't fit in that category.
Yeah, and
And
your
it does
hand
have sense.
is still decent to his range too. It's not like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good
that's
for
a
his
good
range,
point.
it's
I
terrible
mean,
for
we
my
do have a
range.
sliver of showdown.
And you unblock his
More
aces.
than
so-
More
yeah, I
than
think you have
that.
more than a sliver of showdown.
You have a lot of
I would
showdown.
check back ace X here a lot more than I would king X. That's the way I
Yeah.
look at this.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it is king queen. So there you go. But then this can happen.
All right, well, we like that. So we're
That's
check.
awful.
Does he check to us?
He checks.
All right, so he's kept AF.
Okay.
He's gonna have some sevens, eights, maybe
He's good.
some nines.
Yeah, that we're going for a check raise, but didn't get to.
Or, yeah, or we're just gonna check call depending on player type. But I
What do we
kind
want
of
to
like
target?
I wonder if we get a polar sizing here. I don't know how much. I think he's somewhat capped. I think I would prefer a small bet, big bet. So I think we can go for like 2 or 3 here.
And I think I'm going to go for 4 on the idea of the catch-up bet that we
Yeah,
see.
I think that a bigger size is fine. This is
Yeah,
good for
there we go. Just right around
this is
there.
good for your range. Okay, well, good job. All right, so we get
Like
we
some
get a
calls.
call. So what is his range now? Well, his range is composed a lot of what we were talking about before, which is over pairs to 3 and below the queen. He's gonna have some queen X. He doesn't have very many ace queen, although some people will.
Very little ace queen compared to all the other queens he could have.
Yeah. So okay. So let's go on
So-
to the river. Let's see what our
Right.
river is.
So at this moment, we believe we have the best hand here 95% of the time at this moment.
Yeah, that's a good way to think about it. We do have the best hand a great majority of the time.
But at this moment, we no longer believe that.
Well-
Before he acts, we no longer believe that we have the best hand here 95% of the time.
95, yes, true.
Yeah,
He
we
has a
don't even
filtered
believe it's-
range, which includes
It went from 95 to 90.
yeah. Now, but
That's
he's
half as,
gonna.
yeah, it's twice as many times as we're.
I think I like the
When he
thin.
checks,
I think we've got the thin value bet overfold to a raise, so I think we do a. I think I like a B75 here to pot, and then we're gonna overfold to a
Right.
raise.
so this was B66, so I could have gone bigger.
I don't think it matters that
Call
much
by queen. jack.
because that's a dream spot.
We win.
But I think a
Nice
little,
hand.
But I think this bet's a little small.
Yeah,
And
you could have gone like 9.5.
Yeah.
I don't think
I
it's,
think
I don't think,
accomplishes the same thing.
I like
Yeah.
I
big
don't,
turn,
yeah,
small river.
What's your size,
we're
Brian?
really
I like
just,
big turn on. I like a big turn bet and a small river bet.
Okay. So your size. So let's do Brian's size here.
I'll go like 6.5 here.
So six
Target
and a
his
half
flush draws, his
because a ton
queen
of things,
X.
right? Because a ton of stuff just folds. So what am I trying? Why am I trying to keep an ace in here? I should be
well, because you're keeping in sevens, eights, and nines,
That's
right.
true.
and you're
And seven,
extracting
eights,
some
and nines.
value from there,
Yeah.
from that part of the range.
Then
And
they
that part of
still
the
have-
range is, it's there. They also have some shitty 6x. They also have fives.
Yeah.
I mean, you got some hands that can call smaller size. I mean, generally, you can choose to target the very top of their range. That's fine, right?
No, I'm saying, do you think so? Let's say the guy's got pocket sevens here, or
Mhm.
he's got pocket sevens and pocket fives. Pocket fives, which has a straight draw to go with it. Pocket sevens, which is an overpair to the 6.
Yeah.
Do you think that they call one bet of 6.5 here?
I think they
And then
call
fold?
once.
I think pocket fives are calling it.
Pocket fives are. I think
No
pocket
question.
sevens
But
are
I think
probably
sevens
calling
and
it.
eights are wobbly.
I can get one call from sevens and eights to a bigger size, and
Yeah, I
then
think so.
when we get to the river, obviously we're not gonna. I mean, we can. I would go small because it's a not changing cards because I was targeting their draws and their sevens, eights, their queens that got there, all that type of stuff on that turn size. And on the river, we just go small on the not changing card.
So let's do the
And
absolute sizes here. So this size is going to be 6.5, something like that, right?
yep,
Okay, so I'm going to make it 6. So there's going to be 17.5 in the pot instead of 12, and on the check with 17.5 in the pot, you're going to bet.
so now you also got to look at it too. Did they ever check their nutted hands here? If
Yeah, you're going
depending
to get
on player
raised
type.
sometimes. You're going to get
Yeah,
raised
yeah.
sometimes and have to fold.
You're waiting.
Yeah, that's true. But I was gonna go small on the river, but my small would still be like, let's go 10 to 12.
Okay,
Try and get called by their queens and sevens, eights and stuff that might be non-believing. Um, yeah, I
that
would
was the number
say
that I wanted. Was that small to you is pot and almost pot, not a third pot here, not that kind of small, not egregiously
no,
small.
no, not that small.
Right.
Well,
Okay.
my river bet's like a little bit more than half pot. It's not
Oh,
close to
right.
pot.
The pot's
It's
not
like
12.
12. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
10 to 12
12-ish.
against 17. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, which and then you and it's still and
50,
still would just
60,
fold to a raise.
50,
Yeah.
60, 65%. And then we fold to a raise. Okay. I like it. All right. Up next.
Yeah, and I'm
is-
wrestling with making like even bigger size with it, like this very hand, like
It has the king of spades.
beat 125 here, like kind of an overbet, and still expect to get called by a lot of those hands that we just talked about.
Mhm.
And if you get here with Jack 10 or 7-8 or whatever other bluffs you might have here, and specifically because we have the king of spades, I think is really good because we're blocking a lot of stuff that they would have
Mhm.
that would beat us. So I'm 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 trying to find these bigger river value bets that seem thin,
Mhm.
but
Do you like that also, like the bigger size because the size of the pot in general is not that big?
no, I don't really think
I
about
mean,
that.
I'm thinking it like absolute value wise, when it's a
Yeah, I hear you.
smaller pot, I can go a bit bigger here and still without it being like it does,
Yeah.
it's a pot size bet, but it's not that much technically.
Yeah.
Right. That's definitely a consideration that I don't usually think about.
Yeah. Online, when I'm seeing big blinds, I don't think about it at all. And I expect that my opponents don't think about it as much. And live, I think they definitely think about it.
Okay. Yeah, because live I would go closer to pot because it wouldn't be a super large pot, and I'd be able to target those hands and fold to the raise.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't seem like absolute value just wouldn't be that large.
Right. Okay. Up next is Andy in the new order. Oh, and Caleb is here. So up next is Caleb. Caleb, turn yourself on. You're going to get 2. All right, here we go.
Thank
This
you.
is Caleb's hand. You have King 5 suited in the big blind. There is no small blind. And
You gonna
Yes.
tell him what we're doing today?
yeah, he'll see. And the action comes to you as a limp and then a raise that's bigger than normal because of the limp. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna bump it up. 15.
Okay, there's a
Oh,
call.
there's a call. Sorry.
There's an
a call.
intervening call. I didn't expect that.
I'll do 19.
Okay, all right. You're gonna go for that. I think the correct play here is fold. I did the worst of all three. I called.
How did you decide to 3-bet here, Caleb? Can you walk us through your thinking?
I mean, King 5 is one of the low frequency 3-bets. Small blind, I wouldn't do it, but since we're in the big blind, I'm going to add some of the our low end of the suited kings.
Do you consider, since there's a caller in between, that you
That's what we're gonna
would
look
want to
at.
3-bet a
So
little bit less?
there's your king five. There's your king 5 3-bet. He's the cutoff. It's still there. So here we go.
So you're
There's your
thinking,
king
like,
5
I know
3-bet,
that
right?
King 5 seems to have a lot of
It does.
a lot of
When a caller
3-bet
comes in,
stuff in it.
it
Like
just
it seems
goes
to
away.
King 6 and King 5 seem to be like the 3-bet hands.
King 5 more than king 6. But
King
yes,
6 more than
ace
King
5
5,
being
yeah.
the most. So ace 5 and ace. So the little L shape here of 3-bets is ace 5, ace 4, king 5. And just to see it against this guy, ace 4, ace 5, king 5. Cutoff. Very similar, right? Very similar. Small blind. The king 5 goes away with the out of position. Big blind. Closing action. It comes back a little bit. Now against your hijack, you're going to see the same. You're going to see the same kind of pattern. The ace 3 is now in there, but there's your king 5. There's your king 5. Less on the small blind. A little more comes back on the big blind. You even get some king 4. Cut off. Going to see the same thing.
Yeah,
There.
look at King 5 sticking up there.
It does.
By itself.
King 5 is one of the really common ones, not in the small blind. There, right? But, and this is the thing I didn't know either, Caleb. Watch it. Look at this. Look at this against the cutoff. We are all over there. Button calls. Done.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Right.
Yeah, but look at what the
No,
button
either.
calls with and what population calls with. That's just dead money when it's population.
Yeah, because it isn't this.
Yeah, and it's exactly, and there's a bunch of other shit in there that.
Yeah. So maybe you don't have to do that. But I think my play was the worst of all the choices.
So the button call says don't do it, but against population, we're going to do it. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that was kind of my point. Exactly. It makes it better when the button calls with way more trash. Your 3-bets,
Yeah.
I think way better than what GTO is showing you.
It's
Yeah, I
just
think
there's
if
dead
Phil,
money.
if
It makes
Phil
you
Ivey
go
on the
even
button
bigger.
calls, then get out of there. But
Yeah.
everyone else, you can just like say, oh, well, I think I'll squeeze here.
Yeah.
By
My
the way,
only
there
concern
is a
is-
possibility that this guy like takes
Oh,
out
back
from the
raise.
dusty shells like limp jam or something.
Yep,
Then
that
we
was my
hate
only
life.
concern. There's a possible, we call them fuck it Freddy's.
Yeah. Yeah. He's got a few chips more than a fuck at Freddy, but it at 30 and certainly at 25, you could see him just go, I've got 6s. I jam.
But if we make it 20, then this guy could make it 43.31.
Yeah.
Then he
But-
reopens the action too, right?
Yeah. I think this is the worst of choices. I think that's a fine result there. And then the hand goes away and we're done. And the only reason I'm showing you this is that my mistake, my mental gap was I went, am I going to 3-bet him? No, I'm not.
Hmm.
2.5 more. All this dead money in the pot. Let's get a chance to see it. That was just bad. Even worse that I'm dominated. And then as the hand plays out,
What a
set.
flop.
Right. Set versus nut flush draw. And I wanted to show you this about their play. My play is bad. But so he bets, he gets check to, he bets his draw. And the check raise size is beefy,
Like it.
Not
right?
flush draw.
So
Yeah.
almost 4x.
Yeah,
gets the call,
protective. Yeah.
and then tiny.
What
Yeah,
the hell?
that's
Too
an over.
small.
That's an over.
That's
I
awful.
Yeah, that's
Terrible,
an
terrible, terrible.
Yeah, when he gets this call, this guy is screaming, "I have an ace,
yeah.
or I have a draw." And
Yeah,
then
I don't
all,
know. I think this the small size is actually not. I
No,
don't think that's bad because you're gonna get. I mean, you go big here, you might get an ace to fold. You might get some of these other hands that would call you.
oh, you think so?
well, he
Yeah,
has 71, so I would go 35.
Well, let's go back to just basics
See
here.
right there, though, you make
What's
no money.
geometric on turn?
The
So
geo turn
Geo
so
would be like 30, 20.
so here our SPR is
20,
really
geo's
small. It's
20.
1.5
Yeah.
or something like that.
25,
One
it's 22.
1.3,
Yeah.
1.4.
So yeah, what about going geo here?
If he goes geo,
You can put the
geo's not
money
gonna
in on
win.
that turn.
If he goes 25, that makes the pot the 100.
Actually,
which
no, I
gives
don't like
the guy's
geo
got half.
because
So
geo's
yeah,
giving a
this is
price.
actually, wait a minute. So this is 1/3.
Yeah, so that's
When
a
he
if he
calls,
going Geo, that's good,
no,
right?
that's not enough. He's got to go. He's got to get up to about 2/5. So if he goes 20 here, that's just under half. The pot goes to 80. The pot goes to 90, and this guy's got 50 left. So yeah. So Geo is like 22.
But if his ace is gonna fold here, his ace is gonna fold on the river.
Why
So
not just
I would
get
just
the
go
money in
big
here?
here. Yeah, get the not even maybe you don't have to get all the money in, but what his range is condensed to when he check calls is combo draws and aces, and he's got 70 big blinds left. I mean, against most players I'm playing against, I'm just putting the money in because they're never folding an ace and they're never folding their flush draw.
Yeah. I think you might be able to do that.
If you
And
have a player
certainly you
here,
could go 30. You could certainly
if
go
now
30.
granted we don't know anything about villain 13, but if we have an opponent that we know is just never folding an ace and never folding a flush draw, I'm just putting all the money in on the turn.
Yes. So get max money from the flush draw along with
Yeah,
it.
it's just we're going all in on the turn, and whatever. If they fold, they fold. If they call and we have them crushed, and we
And
win a huge pot.
like you always say, Scotty, is that it's fine when they fold flush. Like that's okay. They have a lot of equity, and it's
Yeah.
also and when they fold an ace here, I mean, I don't trust that most population. Look, what are their aces? If they called here, technically they shouldn't have like ace king, ace queen, all that type of stuff on the button. Sometimes they do. Are they ever laying down ace king, ace queen? Like they're not laying it down. And if they already called a big check raise, they're probably not folding it. So
Yeah.
let's just put the money in.
Yeah, the money should go in on the turn.
That's what I think. Money should go in because their aces, if they called the big check raise, they're weighted towards strong aces and flush draws that are, flush draws you're not getting any value from on the river, and their aces that already called the big check raise are probably just going to call off. So
Yeah, and the aces that called the big check raise are probably bigger aces, which
yeah,
means
that's
you're
my
not
point.
worried about two pair if an ace peels. So I like just jam here. I mean, it's not even a 1.5. It's like a 1.35.
I mean, you
Andy,
could do a super exploitative size that's just less than all in to have that little thought in their brain that it's not all the way in if you really
50
wanted to
is
get
fine.
fancy. But
that's 60,
yeah,
60, 65. Yeah. But Andy, one thing you said it's the better aces, and looking at the action, he calls here, so he could call with a lot of suited aces here. We
suited
check.
aces have two
That's-
pairs as well.
He bets a suited ace here. He gets raised, and he calls with the ace there. I don't think this has to be a big ace. I don't think that
That's
he necessarily folds just an ace here. Certainly doesn't fold an ace X of diamonds. But I think that give him ace 8 of spades. I can see ace 8 of spades playing like this, right? Ace 8 of spades calls. Ace 8 of spades bets, thinking it's the best hand, gets raised and goes, oh, maybe I'm not, but I'm not folding an ace yet. Calls ace 8 of spades. I think you can get this far
Yeah.
with ace 8 of spades.
it's true.
I think ace 8 of spades will do some folding here to a jam. We'll just go, yeah, I am beat. But I think it'll call 30. And when you put him down to hearts, a very strangely played 4-5 pocket, crazily played pocket eights here that are not calling almost any bet on the turn, I think you can go 30 instead of 15, and maybe you can do all the jam things we did. So I
Yeah,
think that's
I mean, I would like 30 better than the 15, but
Yeah.
I think, I mean, given the stack sizes, I like an all in.
I think an all in's fine for this for all the reasons you guys said. Also,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I just think the 15 is egregiously
Because I
small.
mean, whatever, if they fold,
Yep.
you're still denying equity to a flush draw, so you're printing money. If they call, I mean, they're drawing pretty slim with one card to come.
Yeah, this way
Um,
they have odds for flush draw.
Yeah, the 15 even gave him right. The 15
I
not
think
only
you
gave him implied odds,
I
it
think you can't
gave
go
him express
30.
odds almost.
I think you have to go between 40 and 60 at the minimum.
Okay.
Yeah, 30 kind of puts you in a really weird SPR on the river.
No, it doesn't. It's a jam on the river. Same 30. Let's go back. Let's just look at that one.
Well, I'm saying if we're
30
gonna
or
try and do
15 is still
if
jam on the river. I guess the 30 on the turn gives you a better
but if we're gonna
The 30 is Geo. The 30 is Geo plus. So you're perfectly fine. I mean, I'm not saying that the 30 is your best bet, but the thing about the river, you don't have any problems. So take a look at this. Okay. We go 30 here. That, he calls that 60, the pot's 109, and he's got 40. You just jam it for 40.
True.
Yeah.
I mean, I personally like I like to lead. I would prefer he just continuation bets here on the flop instead of
Okay.
check raising.
Yeah, he was taking a risk there.
Yeah, I like a continuation bet better just because one hands like his, I mean, you can continuation bet to like 15 big blinds, and yeah, I mean, sometimes it just folds through, but that's all the dog shit that's folding through. You got
Yeah.
there's tons of draws
He's
that can
calling.
call. There's aces that can call, and the aces are going to be a lot less scared whenever
Those bet,
you
bet.
just lead. Yeah.
All right. Up next.
Yeah, so just
We
c
just
betting out
we just
here. The
picked up-
sixes definitely have
Yep.
an easier
Overbet
path to
c-bet.
sculpting a pot.
Good. So we just picked up Caleb. So we're back on here. We were at, I believe we are at Mike. Is that right?
I think I was next.
Oh, we're up at Andy.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Andy's up next. And Andy gets ace 6 off suit. That'll teach you.
In the big blind.
Oh, Andy's favorite hand.
It's his
It's
favorite
such-
hand.
This is such
You're
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
three
it
bet
is.
here,
I
right,
love it.
Andy?
Let's see if I can win a big pot with it again.
Right. So first, yeah, ace 6 off suit. You're in the big blind and the button raised. What is
To a
your what's
min
the
click
standard
from a
flex?
button raise, to a min raise from the button, I might consider three betting this, but I'm for sure at least calling. Let's say a
Exactly.
call.
Yeah. So against the live size of 3 big blinds,
Fold.
ace 6 is folding. We're used to that. Against the online size that we're very used to of 2.5 big blinds, ace
It's
6
still a
probably still
fold, I
fold.
Still a
think.
fold, I think.
still folding.
It's probably still a fold.
It's a fold, yeah. Well, a little bit. It mixes there.
Mixing in there.
And there
2.5.
is some three bets in there.
Right. But
Now against the
Two-
2x open,
2 changes everything. You're calling every offsuit ace, I think, plays. Maybe ace deuce doesn't, but they all play. That's the thing. This is why I showed this hand to you, was just to remind you, when you've got somebody who's raised into 2, every offsuit ace plays.
now it's a pure call with some three bets still.
Right. Whereas these guys are your 3 bets get pushed down because you're playing this. For the ace deuce ace 3.
So you're more likely to 3-bet with your worst hands.
Yep. And the reason that when
we're
it's
going polar.
right. And the reason
Best
that
hands,
it's-
worst hands.
And if you look at as we go up in, was that the button? Did I just do that wrong? No, button. There we go. Here we go. So let's do button raise at 2.25. And you'll see it's the worst ones that do it. It's just the worst ones move up, right? And then you go all the way to 2.5. It's the worst ones that do it.
Now we start folding
Now
out
we're
some of the
folding.
worst some of the
Right.
really bad aces.
Right. And then at 3, we just don't have these down there. but the ace five, when it plays, is a raise.
Yeah.
Right. So just like that. So,
So I would look at, I would probably look at if we don't have any history, so I'd probably call here and assess. But if I had a history with the player,
Yeah.
and I see that their fold to 3-bet is really high, I probably just 3-bet this and take the 2.5 big blinds with a shitty hand and go on my way.
All right. So here's what you know about him to decide. He has called from the blinds with 4-4, 6-5 suited and queen jack off. That's all makes sense. And he limp called a queen. Although I bet this queen might have been limp calling a jam. That might have been the jack queen hand, for all we know. All right, here we go. So we call this one
Jack.
little pair. What would you like to do?
Just said check.
Check. Okay. He bets.
And a B66. I think it's just a call. I got to peel one.
Yep.
We don't have a big history, and now I'm still checking.
Huh? You check. He
What an
checks
awful
behind.
Do we
card.
ever consider any donks here?
You can.
I don't think
Yeah,
so.
I was thinking so.
You're allowed to donk when the second in tournaments. I know you're allowed to do it because I remember Louis talking about it. So let's look and see how often the second card pairing gets to bet, because it is much better for our range than his always. Always.
But I mean, what bluffs do we have to go with it? I mean,
All
the
the
heart
bluffs.
backdoor heart draw.
All the bluffs. The five.
Yeah, that's true.
All the
We
bluffs.
have 5-7.
Well,
We
if
have
you-
backdoor hearts.
Yeah.
Well, if you check raised your backdoor hearts, and then I would definitely continue on this card.
So let's do it. Let's do it. Let me burn this too. This will be a good one. We raise, we call. Oh, you can't do it off the twos. So then let's just do this guy. All right, here we go. Peak. Let's be 6 max. We're gonna have to be suited. Oh no, we got a sliver of it. Here we go. There's the button. We don't have any of it there. So we're calling with ace-6 suited. It's just going to be a different
If we
suit.
look at 8 max, we would, I think.
Yeah. But 8 max is a 3 big blind bet. And this is at least closer to that. But this is what we're doing. And the flop is Jack 6-4 of spade club heart.
Actually, even in 8 max with a button open, we have 0 calls with ace-6.
Yeah. There we go.
Oh, does Peak doesn't do donks, do they?
No, none.
On the turn. Oh, right. But let's see.
Yeah,
let's
so
see
we
what
couldn't
that's
look
on
at peak anyways.
Let's take a look. Okay. So his bet size was
B75.
he did a big bet. All right. So pot is 5.5. He went 3.3. And my ace-6 suited. Let's get you guys out of the way. Never folds. We never fold an ace-6 here yet. We just call. Turn is the 6 of hearts. The turn is the 6 of hearts, yes. Turn's the 6 of hearts. And yeah, peak doesn't give us any donks. So
Peak will never give us donks for any
all right.
situation in cash.
Yeah, somebody wizard this. Wizard it as close to the situation as you can, and we'll look at that at the end. Okay. But we are not there yet.
So the horse, we're checking it.
We checked, and he checked behind, and that was disappointing.
And we don't like the check behind.
We don't, because he has so little of anything now.
Now he has a really weak range.
Right.
Egregious.
We're at the absolute top of our range, and he is
So
not.
do we go? So I think our choices here are either super, super small to get everything in, and maybe he gets froggy and raises something like pocket 9s, pocket 10s. And when I say super
That's
small,
never
I mean like
happening.
2 big blinds. And then he's just never folding anything. Or do we go? I just don't think he has enough to bet anything big. It's just he's gonna fold everything out.
Right.
I kind of
So-
like a 1.52 big blind bet here.
So here's where
22.
Derek's one big blind bet.
Yep.
Because you
A
want
little
him to
bit of
snap.
BSTI.
Yeah. Here's where I don't hate Derek's one big blind bet or your equivalent of it of a 1.5 or a 2. If we say, so we can target ace highs with a 1 big blind bet and probably get 1 big blind from it. We can target pocket pairs smaller than the jack with a bet of 4 or 5 or maybe 6. And we can target strangely played jacks with a bet of 10. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not putting him on jacks here.
Yeah, I don't put him on a jack here very often. So I think he's got a lot of ace high, king high garbage, and I'm ignoring that. I'm not going to try to get that. So I need to get called by 10s, 9s, 8s, and 7s.
Yep. One
And
big
that's
blind.
full. One big blind, and the things. And I go full pot. Why?
What are you targeting? Oh, he calls.
Jacks, I guess.
He has
Damn.
a 4 in his range too, by the
Yep,
way.
jacks. There it is.
Oh, he has
Yeah.
a jack. Oh, I didn't think he had any jacks.
Yeah,
I was wrong. I
Yep.
was very wrong.
that's what a jack will
Very
call.
good.
Man, but they play scared.
That's why
How did you get him
the
on
donk is
jacks?
good.
Right.
Wow.
No, I think check back turn is good. Pot control then.
No,
You
I
just
mean our donk would be good here. That's why our donk
Yeah,
is
he would
good.
have called it.
Because they're going to check back. They're going to check back a lot of strong hands
Yeah.
on this turn.
Okay.
Yeah, I might have to start incorporating that.
All right, so let's take a look at that donk frequency there. Let's look at the wizard solve on this. So on the flop, did we have any donking on the flop?
No.
Okay, right. So no donks on the flop. Then all of a sudden the 6 comes, and we light up with our 4s that pretend to be 6s, some jacks. They don't seem to need to be the better jacks. They just seem to be random jacks. The ace jack does it more than the other jacks, but not all that much more. Yeah, ace jack. The best jack does it a lot, and the other jacks do it a little. And then the bluffs are 7-5, 5-4, 5-3. Yeah, all the things in that area. Yep. We just light
Can
up
we
with
check?
bluffs.
Can we check donk frequency across different turn cards? Like if it was an ace versus a deuce
Yeah.
versus a jack.
Yeah, yeah,
Not without individually doing it. I don't have
yeah. Let's
reports.
do it. Yeah, so let's do it. Let's do it individually. Let's just throw some in there. You guys, did you see the overall frequency, the number of our donks?
31.
30%.
31. Yeah.
31. Okay, great. All right. Let's do a card that's terrible for us. Ace.
Ace would be kind of neutral, wouldn't it?
Because we fold some of our
Let's
ace.
not make it rainbow. Wow.
Never. Ace never. 4 is going to do it. 4s are going to do it. We're going to light up, I think. 4s light up, but not as much because some of our 4s fold. There we go. And a jack.
No, I think. Wow.
Yeah, top pair pairs.
So just as a heuristic.
What if it isn't rainbow?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Okay. Went from 65 to 51. But still.
I
Top
like
pair
the
pairs.
small donk. It's weird.
And the donk was always small.
Yeah.
So we donked small. He calls with his jack, and then on the river we bet. What's our size? So let's do the 6 and let's see our size on the river in this world.
What do we think he folds if we donk big?
all his air.
Okay, so all his air we possibly get them to bluff the river with, so we lose value from that.
Right. It's all
Healthy
his-
amount of raising.
So I think that
What
the
do we
reason
make in
I
the river? Like
Four,
a
it's the four.
9?
It was the four of diamonds. But you want to see just an off, just a nothing. Okay.
I think 4 diamonds might be a nothing, right?
Yeah.
No, because we donked a lot of 4s, or we donked a decent amount of 4s. What do you what do you want to see?
So a good nothing would be a 9 would be a really good nothing.
Like a 9 of
Nine
spades.
Yeah. Brings in nothing.
Or 6x is just getting it in.
Yeah. It has. It
Our
has some
Jack
jam.
X
It has a
is
472% jam.
it's either jamming or blocking.
Yeah. Jamming and 10%.
Like there's no middle ground. There's
For
no
ace six.
B63s. There's no B89s. There's no B150s.
There's
Except for ace
B36.
Up
six.
here.
There's B36s and 10s. So the 10 and the 36 are kind of the same thing. So like the 9-6 does 9-6 does various sizes of block bets. And your quad sixes.
Mix with just about everything.
Yeah. And ace-6 is the check.
Weird, huh?
The check trap.
Yeah.
Because when you have an ace, he has less ace high, so he has more pairs that can bet.
Mm.
Maybe.
Ah, that's weird, but a lot of his ace high should just check the flop.
Don't even, that story I just told might be nonsense. Okay. I do love the jam. 4x pot jam. For value. What is our
Yeah.
4x pot bluff? 5 deuce.
Deuce.
7,
4x
8.
pot, the 4x pot bluff wants to
Deuce
have a
of hearts.
wants to have a 5. It wants to block 6-5.
Oh, 5, 6.
Oh, okay. So the fives block 6-5.
Yeah, it wants to have a 5. And then you have that freakish thing in the king queen.
Yeah, what's going on with that? Yeah.
You don't have it very much.
King,
Pardon
queen.
me?
You don't have it very often. If you look at that, if you want to figure out why king queen is there, it happen. You do it so rarely that
So we gotta choose something for our bluffs. Is that what the thinking
yeah,
is?
yeah, because if you did a little more 6-5 and a little less and 0 king queen, you would figure it out better. You know, when you do the 5, and the 5 makes sense. So that's all you need for today. That's all you need to learn is that the bluffs like to have a 5 in them. All right. So we decided on this just to do a review, just to kind of review this hand. Was this call's okay? This call's okay. We can bet right out now. And in general, this bet is going to be the ace-6 was the one that did it or didn't do it as much. The ace-6, if it bets out, is going to bet out small, we think. And then on the river
At me.
with the 4, the ace-6 is the one that is the one that checks and traps. And instead I did check and
Is
check
this me or is it?
the bet.
I don't see your
Actually,
screen.
Mike, let's take a look at my line just on the river. Let's see.
You're not showing your screen.
Oh, sorry. I was just doing it, but let's go back to Mike's. Sorry about not showing the screen. So the river is going to be the 4. As played, it's the 4 diamonds. And now our ace-6 bets out 4. We're what size?
B36.
B36 and some and some 151. And the other ones all just jam into his jacks. Jam into a jack. Go, come on, call me with a jack. You're gonna be folding almost everything. So I'm targeting the absolute top of your range. Okay. I didn't do that. And I did not make the distinction in game that I have an ace and not a king. I would not have gone giant with a king and tiny with an ace. And I'm glad I got called. Okay. Up next is, let's go back to share the screen. Here we go. That was Andy. Up
I
next
wonder why
is
9-6 doesn't bet as much as 8-6 in what you were just showing. You can go back a screen.
right. Yeah, I know. So 9-6. We want him to have, you want him to have a jack.
You block his jack nine.
Yeah. And he's got
Oh,
jack nine
9-6
offsuit
blocks the
on the button.
jacks.
He's got jack nine on the offsuit on the button, but he doesn't have jack eight offsuit very often.
Oh, so with 8, he's more likely to have a jack than with
No,
9.
with nine, he's more likely to have a jack when a nine is available. So when we have 9-6, we block the nine and so he has fewer jack nines.
Yeah, I think that's what I meant, but I said it
Yes,
backwards.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yep, you said it right.
If,
All right.
if we have a 9, he's less likely to have a 9.
And
So
therefore, he's
if we
less
have
likely
a
to jack nine.
8, he's more likely to have a jack.
Yeah, he has more.
Yes.
He has jack nine suited and jack nine offsuit when you
Yep.
don't have a nine.
Yep.
Yeah.
Versus when you do have a nine, it's less likely for him to have jack
Okay.
nine
Okay.
offsuit. He's
Thanks.
got less jacks.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Mike,
that makes sense.
you have ace 10 in the
That's-
cutoff.
That's why if we have a 9, we don't bet 428% as
Right.
often.
Yep.
Because we really want him to have at least a jack to call. And we don't want him to
Because
not
we're
have
targeting his jacks. Okay.
targeting jack X and over pairs, but don't play that way very often. All right. Mike, ace 10.
Okay, good. Short stack and a overcall. Right, and I assume it goes check to us. With the short stack in here, I think I'm going to be a little bit more inclined to bet as opposed to check here. And he's short. You don't have to go big. I think I would probably just go like B33.
Right. Okay. I checked this time.
Yeah, which I think is fine too if you think that they're going to over aggress a little bit, which is why I think I prefer betting. But okay, and it checks to us, I assume.
No.
Oh, geez, this kind of sucks because now we're just kind of gonna have to play face up almost.
Mhm.
Like, should we ever like trap here or slow play? Basically, like protect is what I'm thinking. If we expect him, this player, 5 hands, we don't know anything. God, I don't know what's better if we just raise now or try to
I just
extract on the river.
I just treat ones like checks.
Yeah.
And other people do it.
Yeah, that's a good theory. Yeah, good philosophy. That's
So
pretty common.
just ignore it. Like
Yeah. So
just treat it like
what
a
size
check.
are we going to bet? We were going to bet 8. So we just bet 8. That makes total
Oh
sense.
no.
No, that makes
Yeah,
total sense.
Yeah, it would be bad. I'm not hating the call though, like I said, because I think we can extract some on the river here,
Mhm.
and you might get a second call.
Yeah. And I figure that I figure that all of the nonsense is folding. To the raise. That's what I'm figuring. Okay, so we pick up one extra big blind from this guy who has probably no equity in the hand, almost no equity in the hand. This guy. There's 2. Now he's gonna
That's
check.
about the best possible river you could ask for.
And now we get the check.
So he does check, and now we go pretty big because I think he thinks he's going to have either a bluff catcher, like something that he wanted to get value from, something like 9s, 10s, maybe. I mean, if he doesn't squeeze those, but I think we target his bluff catches and
Right.
also the villain the button. Like we said, we just don't think he has anything at all here. He could bluff catch with some crap too. So I say we go big. I think we go pot here.
Yeah. And the thing we did, the thing why this is against that range, why this is a mistake, is when they have clubs, they didn't put any more money in with their clubs. So if we are up against a club draw in either of these hands, then this call is bad. If we're up against almost anything else, this call is fine. Check, we bet. Basically bluff catch there. He bluff catches, which is what we wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was good. I think he could even gone even bigger because they'll bluff catch.
Yeah. It's hard for me to have an ace there as played, but it's easy for me to have clubs. Yeah.
You
So
raise, he folds the sevens. He
Right.
folds all of those
yeah, they all fold down.
hands that are like just medium equity type hands.
Yeah. So this exploit was targeted towards a very small class of hands that he happened to have, and it worked out great, I think. And maybe I left two more big blinds on the table. 2 or 3.
Maybe you just raise tiny on the turn. Like you make it 3 here or make it 4. Like Derek said,
Size.
treat it's like a check. And if he checks, you bet here. And what size of your bet is going to be
It's going to be about
Like-
5 or 6. Yeah.
like a B50,
Yeah.
B75 maybe at the
Yep.
most.
But I don't think he calls the river then. I don't think. I don't think he calls. I don't think when I tell him that I have an ace twice. So I told him I didn't have an ace here on the flop. That's what he thought. And he asked me the question, "Do you have an ace?" And I said, "Yes, I have an ace." And he goes, "I don't believe you." And then he goes, "Do you have an ace?" And I bet again. He goes, "Okay, I believe you have an ace, or at least an 8." I think.
Yeah, no, I think when
And
you
he could
call,
put you
he
on a
says,
missed
"I
flush
don't
draw, yeah?
believe you have an ace."
He doesn't now. But if I bet the turn, do you think that he believes it on the river? On my river bet?
Once you tell him twice, it's a
Yes.
lot harder for him not to
Yeah.
believe you.
Yeah. So I think that I think this line collected a couple more chips than the raise line, unless you wanted the river bet to be 3. You know, some really dumb small number. But what would your river bet size going to be here, Mike, if you do this? So he bets 1, I raise to 3. This guy, by the way, let's see how little equity he called us with. And that's funny. So this
Love
guy
it.
definitely folds. So
They
he
were drawn dead.
he picked up one of the big blinds there. That was nice. And we went to 3. He folded. He called. So now the pot is 15. What size do you want to bet on the river?
Yeah, probably like another B50, like not pot anymore.
Right. Because sometimes we don't have the best hand. Very, very rarely we don't have the best hand.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that though. That's
Right, I
definitely
know.
not a concern.
Right. I'm
I
just
mean,
saying sometimes he
like,
has. Sometimes
we
he has
have
ace.
95%
Yeah. Yeah.
equity here, but
Yeah.
they're just going to fold like so often now.
Yes. Okay. Adrian.
So I got
So,
the
so if
idea
you go,
of
so in 15, so you bet another 7 here. I think he folds more to that 7 than he does to this one single 9. So yeah, I think this line in this particular case paid off for a few more big blinds.
Paid off, but you are risking getting outdrawn.
I am. Yep. It's got costs. Plus, sometimes when he calls your line is 3 plus 7. 3 plus 8. So you get more than I did.
In this specific scenario, results wise, yeah, this is great. But my question is when you get to the turn here and they make that weird donk bet, whatever the hell that is,
Mhm.
that's like a lot of the
Sure.
time it's a hand exactly like theirs or a flush draw that doesn't want to pay a lot to get to the river. So
Yeah.
do we want to target the strong, like the inelastic part of their range or the part of their range that we're not going to get paid a ton by?
Oh, it should be bigger.
The inelastic part of the range is definitely worth more. But I Do I see this as being a flush draw betting one a lot here?
I mean, from what
Maybe.
we've seen often, it's it is a flush draw or a hand exactly like his.
Yeah. Against a flush draw, I want to bet more, and against a hand exactly like his, I want to do exactly what I did.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, like in the future, would you want to be targeting this type of hand all the time, or the type of hand that's going to call a lot
I
of
want to
money
see.
here?
I want to
And
see some more
especially
flush
if
draws
it's
dunk out here.
multi-way.
I want to see some more flush draws dunk out here for this tiny size because
Okay,
I'm used to flush draws here betting enough to try to get a fold.
okay. Yeah, I mean, it may be different too on the turn. Like I know that a lot of time when I'm playing live in this
Mhm.
situation, this when they do this weird small donk,
Mhm.
it'll be, I mean, it's a marginal hand or a a draw, and I'm still trying to adjust the way I want to play against those types of hands.
Yeah.
Is basically obviously with all of my hands that are like if it came out if there's a pair board and I flop a full house, which is very rare, and they donk into me there and there's a flush on the board, I'm just gonna call there because obviously I want them to get there on their flush. I have them dominated,
Yeah.
but in certain situations, like I want them to pay more now for their flush. So, and then I'm not as worried about the part of their range that's just not gonna call a lot of money. I kind of expect that to fold at any point throughout the hand. So
So
it's
if
like,
your analysis is right, and that there's a lot of flush draws, there were a lot of on the turn when you filled up. Did they have a flush or did they have a flush draw on the turn in your
what's the
scenario?
question exactly?
Did they have a flush on you when you had your full house, or did they have a flush draw? And you wanted the flush draw to get there. They had a flush draw.
So yeah, so like if I'm sitting there with a
Then
hand
you
that's
can
invulnerable, then
then you
yes,
can
I'm gonna.
raise. Then you can click raise because they're never folding their flush draw. So
That's true.
you get a little bit more money now, and they always get to see their flush card.
Yeah. I mean, and then there's a lot of situations where it's, top, I have absolutely nothing and they donk into me and I just start to blow them off their hand
Right,
because I know that
right.
they're not that strong.
Because that's much more often than
Yeah.
when you have because you don't have made hands ever because you're Brian. But my question, one thing is there though, which is, do you believe do you believe they're draws, or did they get showdowns that let you know they were draws? Is it
Yeah,
just
showdowns that let me know they were their draws. And I could tell you by the way they played it, I could almost guarantee you. There's a lot of hands
what
where I
else would
didn't
it
see
be?
the showdown that it's like I donked small and I'm sitting there with a made hand that's pretty
Mhm.
strong. So I'm gonna sometimes, I think that my adjustment should be to click raise in those situations or because they have marginal hands that will stick around still for click raise and then draws. So click raise, but I didn't do that. So I called their donk and then on the turn, the flushing card comes in, and now they continue to bet because every other time when
Yeah,
that happens, I know that they folded the flush draw because I'll go for the value on the river. They just snap fold because they missed
right.
their draw.
I was gonna do that.
And in that situation, they donked the flop, checked the turn, and then folded to the river. So it was a lot of the time like it's pretty face up, like, okay, they had a flush draw in this situation, not a marginal hand or like a weak ace or whatever it
Right,
was.
right.
So
And
I'm still trying to,
I would say
yeah,
your confidence in your analysis of what they actually had shouldn't be 100% there, but it should be
it's
80,
pretty close, I think.
85%.
I'm pretty
Yeah, you're
confident
getting
in
a
what
lot
they
of them,
have.
but remember, they're also playing some. We've seen it. We've seen where
Yeah.
we predict the hand and then no, it's deuce four of hearts. What?
Yeah.
What? So there's certainly 5% deuce four of hearts there. Okay. So this is Adrian's hand.
But it also depends on the size. If they donk into me for a
Yeah.
massive size on the flop, then I'm concerned. But if they
Yeah.
donk for something super tiny and I'm sitting there
Yeah.
with air, I'm just gonna start raising right there to try and get them
Yeah.
just to try and apply pressure right there.
Yep. And Nuffle, by the way, which comes with this, it calls there and it applies the pressure on the turn when they bet again.
That's yeah, that's
And
sometimes
that's
I'll
super powerful.
adjust that way
Yeah.
too, where I because I also like to get the extra information on the turn, as in like I wait and see what they do on the turn a lot of the time. If they continue really small now, I'm very confident that I mean, I don't have the best hand, but they
Yeah.
have like a weak marginal hand that I'm now going to
Right.
start to raise to push
Yeah.
out.
I had a couple Nuffle opportunities last night against players whose stats didn't look super suspicious. They didn't look, their stats did not look super fishy. And I did not Nuffle them. And I partly out of fear. One of them, I called the flop with the intent to Nuffle, and then his size on the turn, which was like 70% pot. I went, all right, I'm done with this Nuffle shit.
I also have a quick question about your last hand. Do you have the same range as me as in like what you bet, like what aces you're willing to bet in those spots? Because like I wouldn't bet this flop either, but if I had ace jack, I'm betting this flop.
Um, let's see. Uh, I'm going to check back some aces and have I decided what the threshold is? I'm definitely not betting the ace deuce 3 4 5 7 here. I'm not
Hmm.
doing those. I'm probably not doing the ace nine. Yeah, ace jack I'm betting here.
And I like my adjustment is based off of aggression. Like
But I
if
would have
they're the
also
type of
bet.
player that three bets ace jack suited or ace jack on,
Yeah,
then I'm gonna just bet my ace 10.
yeah,
But if they're not that type of player, then I'd only bet ace jack or better.
right. Yeah, that's reasonable. I also would have bet. I'll- I would have bet this hand if I was the last to act.
Hmm. Yep.
I
Okay.
was I was also giving him an opportunity. And then this happened and I went, oh, well, that's silly. Okay. This is Adrian. You have ace 10 suited and they limp to you. Oh no, they don't limp to you. One limps to you. And he does a weird squeeze.
And you're in the big blind?
Yep, you're in the big blind.
56, 44. What's his C bet percentage?
Let's find out. He C bets 100% of the time. Now let's see what that number is. We've only had one, but we've only have 9 hands, so we've only seen it once.
50. So I think you mix raising and calling here versus somebody that's this aggro, I'd probably call.
Right. So we should be afraid that that when this guy calls, we're in the sandwich, but I don't think that this is as much of a sandwich
Did he
because
open limp? Did this guy open limp?
he limped. He limped. I'm not that worried about.
I wasn't
I'm
paying
not
attention.
worried about him behind because I've got position on him. There we go. We call and we invite him in with a hand, unlike ace jack off suit. Andy, this is a hand that loves to play multi-way.
Yeah.
That's funny. What would you like to do?
With the guy behind you, can you raise? I think you can only call, but you expect him to C bet. So that C bet doesn't mean anything to me. But the guy after me, I don't know what he's going to do. And
Nope.
I
That
think
you're a little sandwichy.
yeah, I think you can only, I think you must call here. I don't think you have an option.
All right, I called. Great. Hand just got simple.
He folds. All right, cool. Good deal. All right. All right, here. Check. No, he doesn't. Well, so here's where Nuffle, I think, kind of breaks down. And this wouldn't be Nuffle
He didn't
because
donk.
he
This
did
isn't a Nuffle
this
situation.
isn't Nuffle because
He's
he
the
opened up.
aggressor. He's the aggressor.
So I think you're supposed to bet here.
Okay.
I think you're supposed to bet here. Um the ace because you have more ace than him. He doesn't. You're supposed to bet here. But 8, 9, 10, you can't hammer it because it's draw heavy. So I think you're supposed to be at around 12 or 15 here.
All right. What do we think? Okay, so in the land of horse,
Mhm.
what do we think we're doing here?
Well, he capped it. His range is the first bet was what, 6 into what?
Yeah, 6 into 10.
6 into 10, which is
10.5. Yeah.
which matches his over aggressive posture and his 100% C bet.
Yeah.
You called that, then the 8 comes, he checks. You bet here. I don't know that you can bet super large here because the board is so wet.
Right.
But I think you do need to bet.
Yeah. This seems to fit horse. There's no reason not to call in the big blind with an ace 10 suited. You could also 3-bet it. That would be fine. This could have been a reasonable 3-bet.
Yeah.
We did this. We consider this guy fishy, and keeping a fish in the pot rather than out of the pot is good. Having him being out of position of the fish isn't ideal, but having his extra money in there is. He's folded now. So now this guy is This guy feels pretty capped, but he still could have. He could have ace jack with a draw. He could
Good.
have 10 jack with a draw and not bet it. He could have those things.
Mhm.
And he could even have his big hands as big as queens and decide to not bet now when the 8 pairs, given that I have some 8s. He could do that. But most of the time now, he has nothing.
Yeah, all those, everything you said there should just call here.
Yeah, most of the time he has nothing. So if we bet here, I don't think it should be big.
Mm-mm. But what do you consider big? Overbetting?
I don't think it should be 30. I don't think it'd be 23. I don't think it should be 18 if we're betting this turn.
Yeah.
I'm almost sure I checked back the turn and gave him another chance to bet with nothing.
Okay.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
And I don't like the card that came,
Yeah.
but when he checks,
Then you just check.
no, I'm gonna bet now.
Are you gonna bet? You gonna get thin value? So
I'm gonna
you-
bet for
you're
thin value.
replacing your value on the turn on the
I'm
river.
gonna bet, yeah, I'm gonna bet thin value now.
Okay.
And I went
7.
super thin value. I went
Super thin.
I
Yeah.
went Matt Affleck violating value
Yeah.
and got called by a 9.
Yeah.
A 9 that had, by the way, a lot of equity
Yeah. It did.
against my 10. So let's play this out the other way. He checks on the turn. We bet. He calls. He calls with a pair and a straight draw here. We
Mhm.
bet sort of 15-ish. He calls the 15.
Calls.
The river
And
comes the king.
He checks and you check.
Checks, and I probably check behind now,
Yeah,
but I
you
get
check.
15 instead of here because I had to bet so small because I felt he was so weak after the 2 checks.
Mhm. So
Yeah. That's probably better.
I mean, it's results oriented, but I mean, yeah, I think you. Well, I don't know. What does the solve say about that turn bet? That's interesting.
We got 3 players in there, so we don't know.
Oh,
And because it's not accurate because otherwise he would have a pure small blind range, and his range is.
have
is
you tried?
blind.
Do you use Chat GPT or any other AI?
No, I
You
don't
should.
believe in. I do
You
not
should.
believe in ChatGPT for poker.
You don't? Have you tried
No.
it?
No, I have a lot of knowledge of how ChatGPT works, and so I would on certain kinds of poker things I would, but something like this I never would. And I'll tell you why when we're off the screen. Not because I want to criticize. I don't want to be caught criticizing ChatGPT, but just for the time of it.
That's
All right, here we go. Derek, you have
Yo.
ace 10,
I have ace
and
10.
it's folded to you. Is that the hand? Yes, you have ace 10,
I think we saw
And-
this one.
and you opened.
Pretty sure this is Mike's
Oh, we
hand.
just did that one. Yeah, we just did that one. Sorry. You have ace 10 suited. All right, you got king queen, Derek, in the small blind.
Okay.
You got that button raised. You're in the small blind with king queen. What do you want to do?
I guess I wonder why I'm sitting in a game where people are opening to 2.
Because that's what they're doing. And
That's
so
good
this
for
was the
you,
day.
man. That's
This
good
was
for
the
you.
day to learn. This was the day to learn the 2 big blind things. I believe 3
Yeah,
different people at this
yeah.
table were opening to 2 that day. See what? What's
I'm starting to play around with this theory of not
still a
having a
citizen, though.
calling range in the small blind here.
That's how
Ooh, why?
Scotty plays it. Yeah.
Well, I mean, against 2 big blinds, you do have some calling ranges, but king queen off. Do you want that?
So
to
I'm
be
thinking to
calling range?
myself, like, I don't really like for most of the games that I play, I'm in a 3 better fold situation.
All right, excellent. What size
But
do you
if
want to
they're
bet to?
betting to 2, I guess that changes everything, right?
Yeah, because what it does is it prices in a bunch of hands that might have to fold otherwise, that are drawing hands. But this hand is not.
Yeah.
You know, a hand that so All of a sudden 7-8 suited and 6-7 suited become more attractive. Let's see how much more attractive at 2 big blinds. So here we go. Whatever. Button raises to 2, and your small blind gets to play all this profitably. Okay. Now button raises to 3, and your small blind does not call any of that stuff and folds along here most of the time. So
Yeah,
Queen
but-
9, Jack
but-
9, Queen 9, Jack 9, which raise a little bit but mostly fold against 2,
So-
never fold.
So
Or that
like,
never fold. Rarely
going
fold.
to 2, it means that it opens up a bunch of stuff that's calling.
Yeah.
Like I have to have a calling range.
Yeah.
When people are raising to 2, like
Yeah.
in 3, it's inconceivable that I
Yes.
call anything.
I was wrong. I was saying that you could call with your king queen suited, and your king queen offsuit doesn't want to call, but I was completely wrong.
The opposite. Yeah, you're not going to want to play out of position with your suited connected type hands. You're going to want to
Right. And
you're
I
going to
thought
call those in position.
right. And I thought these hands were the ones that definitely didn't want to call because offsuit hands don't want to be multi-way, but they just
But
don't care.
Yeah.
They just don't care for 2 big blinds. So what do you want to do with this
So if
one?
I
at the
call
start?
here, then it sort of like prices in the
Yeah, he's coming in.
big
He's
blind.
coming in. But he's coming in with nothing. But yeah, but he's coming in.
But okay, so we've got like a villain 3 with like 100 big blinds, and villain 2 with 200 big blinds. I think that I'd prefer to 3-bet here,
Excellent. What size?
but I think that calling is fine.
Yep. And that is what and that's absolutely what we've seen. And which size do you want to do it when you 3-bet?
I think I'd go a little bit big,
Like
6.5, 7.
6? Those are not
Like
big. Remember, you're out of
because
position.
I'm out of position, I'm gonna add another big blind. So let's go 7.
Okay. Just so you know, I'm going to give you the thing that.
Maybe
that-
he means 7x, not 7 big blinds.
Oh, which do you
7
mean?
big blinds.
No, 7
Oh.
big blinds is not large. The minimum out of position is going to be 8. So poker coaching puts you at 8 here, but sometimes when they go this small and you're deep, it goes a little larger. And Wizard likes to go to 10. So we're going to go to
So-
11.
So
When you think so, your standard 3-bet is going to be 3x in position.
so I'd go 4x here.
4x, yeah. So
Okay.
8, yeah. So if you're
4x
saying
plus
I-
the money.
so 4x, you can go to 8 easier, you can go to 9. We're
I'd say
going
minimum you should go to 10.
yeah, we're going to 11. But
So
just
so
when you
how do
thought
they
to
get to
yourself, I
10?
want to go big.
Because
big
you have
is a bigger
four
number.
4 times 2 and then all the dead money. So then it would be 9, 9.5. So you might as well just round up to 10 then.
Well, not 9.5. Your half is already counted.
Okay,
Your
yeah,
half's
well,
not dead. It's 9. So 4 plus 1 is 9. Yep. And we went to 11 and he called you.
Hmm.
That's only good if you flop well.
Mm.
you smacked that flop.
Yeah, so we knocked it out of the park here.
All right. So we're going to
That
bet.
doesn't hit him at all.
Right.
We're gonna tell him that didn't hit you at all.
And we're going to tell him 3 times. And hopefully overcards will come that
Oh,
continue to
God.
scare him,
Okay.
whether they hit us or not.
So
Okay.
I don't think that hit him. So we're gonna whack it.
All right. I think that I did not. I think I checked this.
So we're gonna go
Oh, we whacked
32.
it. Yeah, we whacked
Oh.
it.
Ooh,
We
seven.
whacked it third.
I don't
You want to
like
whack it
that.
bigger?
Yeah, I'm going 32.
I think
Oh,
it's
you're
supposed to
gonna
go
whack
bigger.
it.
Over bet.
You're going to overbet
Oh,
the
yeah.
flop.
Yeah,
we-
overbet's weird.
That didn't hit him.
So here's the one thing about your overbet now, which is when
a
you
jam.
bet small here or half pot and he raises you, he's because he's going to have some raises. He's going to have some raises with pocket 4s. He's going to have some overpairs. He has hands that hit this. Most of the time it doesn't, and your overbet's going to work. But your overbet on the turn is going to be so much safer when it works there after he just calls you.
Yeah.
So yes, the overbet works a lot, but you're sticking your neck out with almost no information except that he didn't 4-bet you.
Mhm.
And I that scares me.
Well, you don't get to
Well,
have any
if we bet
fun on the
30
turn.
here and he raises us, we fold.
We
We're
fold, right?
bet folding if he.
But we're doing that also. But you can get that same information for 12 as
Okay.
32.
And you're more likely to get that raise from his strong hands when you bet small.
Right. When you go 32, he
Okay.
might just go, oh, he's got aces. Let's let him keep betting.
Yeah, I'm sitting here at pocket eights. I'm just gonna let him keep blasting into me.
Yeah. Right. Okay, there we go. He calls.
Now he has quads.
Okay. What do you want to do? He has called you. So what is his
We
range?
bet small.
We bet small and he called.
So we think that he folds all his air on the flop.
Yeah. Except
So
for
we've sort of
except
like
for some ace high
improved
air.
his range. His range is stronger than just air. We got rid of all his air
Mhm.
because we bet small.
But he's still in there with draws like 10 jack and 10 queen.
Yeah.
He's still in there with hands like 9-10 and 8-10.
Well,
And he's still in there
we
with hands like
basically have
5-6
six outs.
and 6-7.
7, yeah. 6s, 7s, 10s.
Yeah. He's still in with all that.
So I think we want to pot control.
Okay.
We check.
And pot control by checking or pot control by betting small?
Pot control by checking.
All right. That would have been a good idea.
No, I don't like that.
I can understand why. In a second, you may like it
I
even
don't-
less.
I think that's a mistake.
Okay. Now you really don't like it.
Because we've already bet small and he called.
Mm-hmm.
So that doesn't get us any more information. So why are we betting? Are we betting for value? I don't think so.
No,
Are we
we're not
bluffing?
betting for value.
I don't know. I don't like it.
All right. And the
If we're
SPR
gonna
that we
bet
set
like
up
27 on the turn, we should have
Right.
just bet
right,
30
and
on
we
the
set up
flop.
we set up a bad SPR on the river for our bluff.
Yeah, until you hit the freaking queen. That works
Right.
too.
Yeah. So now we're just jamming, right? We got
Yeah.
that's easy.
Yeah.
No, not jamming, not jamming.
No, for 59 into 92.
Well, he's got a lot of shit that can't call that. He's got a lot of he has tens, jacks, stuff like that.
Wow.
They can't call 59. That's just barely over half pot.
Well, I mean, we put him in a spot where we have all the overpairs, and so he might not go crazy with something like pocket tens or 10-9. He's got sixes. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah. So
I mean, the jam's not terrible, obviously.
right
'cause
now, if I had more, if I had more behind, I would have discussed whether I could jam. I just thought that this was so small that
I just
that
think his
every
range isn't
turn
strong enough a lot of the time there.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep. So what size? So what is your? Given the 27 that you hate, and I acknowledge your hate, Derek. I take your hate in and your criticism, and I think it is valid. But having gotten here, what size do you want to bet on the river, or do you want to check the river now?
Well, all the draws missed.
Right.
No, they didn't.
Except for 10 jack. 10 jack got there.
10
10
jack,
jack
well,
got
10
there,
jack was
and
already
jack
there,
queen,
right?
jack queen,
Yeah.
and 10 queen now
Mhm.
hit a top pair,
Hmm.
and they could be there. It's hard for 10 queen and jack queen to have called the turn. Easy to call the flop. But
I
they
guess
can't.
we can bet like 30, I guess.
Okay, so you're gonna bet 30. Anybody else here? Let me bring up the chat window. There we go. Anybody else here? Not if you're bet, either tell me or type in the chat, either one, your size on the river if it is not 59.26. So we got Derek is 30.
Yeah, I don't know if like a block size would be better, but I mean we're almost there anyway. But because this is a B66 right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Do we go like 30?
Yep. That was the other option.
And then if he raises,
Brian is 20 to 25. Brian's small, trying to get called by the sixes. Okay.
I think jam is okay. I'm trying to determine if it
jamming's
would be
okay.
better
Right.
to go smaller, but
All
I
right.
can't.
Button raised. We are in the small blind. We go 3. He calls us. We get a flop of 9-8-6 rainbow. 9 of hearts, 8 of clubs, 9-8-4. 4 of diamonds. There we go. That board is a board. Look at this. Oh no, we're with the 3 better. There we go. King, queen. King, queen can bet. Just a bet. Our particular combo is heart diamond. So even though I wouldn't have learned this, let's just see. Heart diamond, sure. Why not? And its most common size is, pot is 21. My pot is,
So I have what calls the jam? Calls the
23.
jam on the river. What would call here?
A 9 might.
A
Pocket
9,
10s and pocket jacks
pocket tens, pocket jacks.
could. An 8 certainly does. And his queen 10 and jack queen that I have beat.
Okay.
So when I bet here,
Is there anything that calls the shove that doesn't bet if you check?
let's take a look. Okay, so the bet size that it likes the most here is more like half pot.
Yeah.
It likes a bigger bet here because it doesn't bet that often.
Mhm.
It doesn't hate my bet. And my bet was 7, and 7 is closer to 5. So we're going to give me a bet of 5. His 6s do not fold. Right? He calls. Turn is the 8 of hearts. I believe. Yes. 8 of hearts. His 6s now come out and do some betting because that's a card that he can have more than me.
Wait,
Right?
this is peak is donking?
No, this is I'm sorry, this is not, I keep doing this wrong. I'm the 3 better.
Yeah.
I'm the 3 better. So I can continue to bet. I said that wrong. I can continue to bet my king queen. Strangely, here's the thing. Look at that. In this line, Derek, GTO bets the king queen.
With a heart.
Yeah.
Hmm.
King of hearts loves to continue betting.
Hmm.
And without a heart, it goes, well, that was stupid.
So you're betting the heart because
When the heart comes on the river, I can bluff with my king of hearts. And when he has hearts in his hand, he calls me, and I don't want to get called. I want him to fold, and my king of hearts makes him have fewer hearts in his hand. And one other thing, when he has a heart draw here, which he never folds, my king of hearts makes it harder for his heart draw to get there.
And you
If I
charge.
have king of spades, king of diamonds here, king of spades, king of diamonds, and I check, when a heart comes, I can't continue to bluff. When he has when he has a heart draw in his hand, it's easier for him to get there. So it doesn't do any good thing. That's why I can continue to do it.
so when you have the blocking king,
The ace
you're
is even
more
better.
likely to, pardon me?
The ace of hearts is even better. Even better
Yeah.
to have an ace of hearts. Because it's even harder for him to have. So ace, jack of, so even the jack of hearts is good enough to do it.
So when you have a blocking heart, you're more likely to bet. Is that
Yeah.
what we're saying?
Yeah,
'Cause you're
absolutely.
blocking,
Yep.
you,
Yeah.
you're making it harder for him to call with a flush draw.
Yeah. Look at my look at my queen of hearts. Same thing. No, it's not that I'm making him harder for him to call with a flush draw. I'm making it less likely that he has a flush draw, so he can't continue. So he will
Right.
fold when I have nothing. I want him to fold. When he has a heart draw, which is not my favorite thing in the world, I make it harder for the heart to get there on the river.
Because there's only 8 hearts rather than
Right.
7.
Right. And
Not rather than 9.
right. And when the heart gets there, because with the heart there, I can now see 4 of them. It's even harder for him to have hearts. I can now bluff with or I have the ace of hearts because he can't have the nut flush. And with the king of hearts, he can't have a lot of flushes. He can't have the king high flushes. So that's why. I hope I said that in English better than
Okay.
saying because I block his continues and I unblock and not unblock. I block his continues and I have barrel ability on the river. That's the poker words for it.
It's like 40% English.
Yeah, 40%. All right, so I did my bet, and the size with my king queen that it likes to bet is 18. It likes to bet big. 18 into a pot of 31. And I
It
bet
is.
into a pot of 37, 27. So I bet even bigger, but right motion, wrong size. And
It is insane.
he should be folding his to 27. He should be folding his sixes now. No, he calls his sixes. He does not give up yet. And to 31, which is almost what I bet. What do you want to do? What do you want to do, guy? Check. Bet 31. I want to bet 31. Oh, you guys are in the way. That's why I can't see the 31. There we go. I bet 31. Now he's going to fold sixes. Yeah, everybody folds to 31. And so I'm surprised he called me. I was at 27. But when he does, and now the pot is not big enough here for the river, which is the queen of clubs. The queen of clubs. I'm here with my king queen, and my size is both small and jam both. But note the difference between small is 17. The difference is huge. So now when we do something more like my size, 31 here, and his call, which is much stronger because he's folded away sixes, but he hasn't folded away sevens. So there you go. I call. Now when the queen comes on the river, let's see if there's any non-jams. Queen of clubs, king queen, offsuit. How did I not get here? I thought I had that size. King queen. I have it. You just can't see it. Okay, so I bet it. He called. We're on the river. Queen of clubs. Show me the full thing. It's all jam. Yep, it's just jam. But he's sitting here with sevens. So I jam. And when he gets here like this, he doesn't fold fives, sixes, sevens, or tens.
So he just jams it.
He just goes, I don't believe you, and goes broke.
Wow.
Interesting hand. All right. That was Derek. Up next is Brian. Don't look.
Those are closed.
There we go.
Oh, I get pocket eights
All
again.
right, look, you got pocket eight. And pocket eights, against a raise and a call.
Ooh, sexy.
1 second, I'm on a
Remember,
call.
we're playing like the horse today.
I would personally probably. I mean, I would like to lie, but I'm gonna three bet here most likely. I'm
Okay.
gonna try and get this heads up.
Okay.
I'm gonna three bet to like 16.
Okay. That's a nice way to play it. I didn't. I'm sure I called. So this is going to be in the range of 3, and it's hijack raises, cutoff calls, and there we are on the button. And absolutely, the 3 bet is totally reasonable. And I called this time, and then got the 3 bet
Yeah.
from behind. Got squeezed.
And they both folded.
Yeah.
Then fold.
Yep, we did. All right, you'll get another hand here, and their hands were for entertainment value.
Ace,
Jack
king,
off.
queen, jack,
Ace
6,
king
6.
comes in.
You're supposed to
Yep.
call those eights.
Yep. So if we raise the ace king 4 bets us, we just fold the eights. Yeah. So we just fold for more money.
The only question I have is out of position here against 3 players. Should he go bigger?
We're in position.
No, him.
I'm talking about
Him,
ace
the
king.
ace king.
9,
12, 15, 16. No, this is. Oh no, yeah, you're right. He should be 12. It should be 12, 15, 18, 19. Yeah, it should be 19 in poker coaching
So
terms.
I would make it 18. So it's not like, it doesn't
Yeah.
seem like it's too far off. It is a little.
No,
too
he's
far.
not. He's not too far off. I'm
Yeah.
just wondering if it makes sense to go bigger here.
I would, especially with ace king. Ace king doesn't mind getting it all in, and ace king loves getting everybody to fold.
Yeah.
He's behind me. If I call this, I'm playing in position with a better hand than him, with more equity than him.
Hard to realize though.
But hard to realize it against the 3-bet. Yeah. But then again, he's out of position. So
Does solver ever call those eights in position?
That's a good question. I think it might
let's
mix a
see.
little bit.
Let's
probably
see.
caused a bit.
Call then he raises to solver raise here is to 14, but that's silly. I think this is silly.
That might mean you get a lot more calling once it gets
Yeah.
back to you.
Right. Now,
You got fold.
fold to there.
And you're in position, so with no one behind you.
Pure fold.
Slivers of
It
set
isn't
mining.
pure fold. Yeah, doesn't upset you.
Sliver
I
I'm
think
always
he wasn't
curious why
deep enough.
6-5 suited is a better hand here than the pairs.
Will you talk about this? I'm trying to remember. It doesn't make sense though, because you would think it would block a lot of his 3-bet bluffs. So it's like kind of weird that that's the hand that you want to play with more.
Let's see what his 3-bet bluffs are. No, he doesn't have the 5.
Oh,
He doesn't do the 5.
so you have 2 live cards then.
Yep.
Can you real quick show the EV of the
Yes.
button position? And go to button. I'll go to button
You
after
mean button
he,
here. Button
yeah.
here.
And then just slide over 6-5 and then compare it to like sevens.
0.04,
So it's a
negative
0.09
0.04.
call.
It's huge.
It's massive. And then like,
0.04,
what does
negative
sevens tell us?
0.04.
It's negative EV actually to call.
Yeah.
So
All right, thanks, man.
Eights is just even, right?
Eights is even. Yeah, eights is better than sevens
It's better
in EV. So
It's very interesting. It's negative EV, but
Yeah.
you assume it's implied odds. I don't know why you would make a negative EV call though. It doesn't seem to be.
because you want to take your whole range and you want to have board coverage across your range, maybe.
Maybe.
Now you have no
Yeah.
eights. You lack 8,
But
but this gives you board coverage.
board
down.
coverage should be baked into EV.
Yeah, should be. But not for the individual hand. Because otherwise, because why are you not calling 7-6 suited, which at least is a 0? compared to
Yeah,
7-7?
that's fair. That's fair.
All right. So that happened. All right, take another one, Brian, before we move on. Oh, we lost the other guys before I got back to him. Sorry, guys. All right, here we go. Brian, I give you something else.
Oh, are you gonna keep showing the hands? I was waiting for you to.
Try not to. There we go. So
Okay.
here you go. You got a poster who checks behind, and you got 10-7 suited in the cutoff.
Trying to remember these charts because I'm used to playing a much tighter pre-flop strategy.
Mhm.
I feel like you can. I really don't want to ISO this hand that much. Um, but I'm
Well,
going
do it
to.
anyway. You're doing
Yeah,
it
I'm
anyway.
going to. Yeah.
Yeah, because he's extra dead money. The extra
Okay,
dead
so
money called you.
so that's basically just a limping range.
Mhm.
He checks. All right. I'm gonna go with my normal bet half pot-ish here.
Okay, there we go. I went pretty close to what you did. You got called. So
Okay.
so he's folded out his air now. You are not against air anymore.
He's got
What is
straight draws. He's got
Yeah.
pairs. Okay, so what is it? So what is he? What is easy check?
One of his straight draws just got there.
Yep. 5-3 got there.
Mhm.
Um,
And 5-6 just got turned into a pair.
yeah, so I'm gonna continue to bet, but I'm gonna bet small again. And I'm gonna go, oh, I'm not gonna do that.
You're gonna bet
I
small.
would, yeah, I'm gonna bet like $8-ish or
Okay.
eight big blinds.
Sounds good. He's gonna call you.
Okay, he calls me again. So now what is his range on the river here?
Doesn't matter. Well, it does
Okay.
matter. Does matter.
Oh, now we have the worst hand.
Yes.
6 anymore. Okay, so me checks.
Yep. He checks.
Okay, so his range is he's got some nines for sure.
Mhm.
He's got some he doesn't shouldn't have a lot of straights here. He could still have straights because the board was so disconnected. There's no draws for him to really be terrified of on the turn. Um How much, what do we want to target here? I don't think we're going to get a lot of money. You bet so big on the turn that this should actually really filter his range
Yeah, he should
into
be
a
plenty
lot
strong.
of strong hands.
He should have a
Yes,
lot of
and
diamonds here.
yeah, and I don't know anything about this player. Is he capable of folding top pair? None of his top pairs should be that strong.
No, he has 8-9. One of his top pairs should be very strong. 8-9.
That's true. I mean, I think he
Because
can.
remember his nine. He has all of he has all the nines in the world now, but now some of the nines folded here.
Yeah,
So 7,
yeah.
9, 9. You got to figure the 9 is tight. It has another card that goes with it, and that 8 is great.
I think we just put the money in because he's got a lot of. I mean, after you bet so big on the turn, he should have a lot of 9x there.
Yeah.
So
You should have a lot of good 9x.
Right.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we should just put the money in.
We should. And I did the wimpy version of put the money in. I left.
Does he call?
Yeah, what is that size accomplish? I mean, you bet pot. I'm assuming you
I'm
just
betting.
clicked the pot button after because of the rake.
No, I don't think so. I don't think that that's what I did. I could have, but I don't think so. I think that I think I chose to go down a little bit.
What the hell?
He called 20.
I mean,
with
I
it.
think with that, what is that? What are you looking to accomplish with that bet size?
Ace four.
It's probably not good, but I'm making it to make it look less scary.
That's fair.
It's just like to a 9 to have
But
a bit of to try to have a little bit of desperation instead of confidence in it. And I don't claim that this is a good move.
Yeah, this
But-
is well, it's a good thing he called because he was drawn to 2 pair. So
Yeah, he was drawn to 2. He was drawn to 2 pair here, and he was ahead. By the way,
yeah.
he was ahead. But this is
Yeah.
You'd think that this bet would get a 4 to fold, and we keep saying
you would think.
you would think that this
Yeah.
would get a 4 to fold.
Well, that's why I would go big on the river because I mean, if I played as I played, I wouldn't go on as big on the river just because he's gonna have a lot of weaker hands that get there when I go smaller.
Yeah.
But the way you played, I would go bigger since he'd called a large bet on the turn.
Okay, there we go. Brian, Larry.
I'm gonna have to head out. It was good
Okay.
talking to you guys. You guys
All
have a Merry
right.
Christmas.
Bye.
Merry
Yeah,
Christmas.
Brian, have a Merry Christmas.
Yeah, see you guys.
All right.
All right.
Give me a hand, man.
All right. Here's a hand. You got pocket kings.
He's gonna
He's
fold that one.
Got a boy, Larry.
All right.
Old
Attaboy.
tree.
Come on, somebody squeeze.
Oh, shit.
Somebody. Nobody squeezes. There
All
you go.
right.
Larry's favorite situation. Multi-play
Multi-play.
with kings.
Yeah, I'm gonna start with a check.
All right. I didn't.
I think that's fine, but I would start with a check. Let's see what's going on behind us here.
Yeah. And the fact that there are two clubs and you don't have a club, does that affect your decision? Because it affected mine.
I think not that much. I think
Okay.
what's really important here is that you've got three players. So this is interesting. This is pretty strong. He's now
Mhm.
raised you in position on flop with two players yet
Players
to act.
behind. Yep.
He evidently does not give a fuck about.
Yeah, he doesn't.
So let's start ranging him. So the most obvious hand here is pocket eights.
hmm
His bluffs maybe, I mean, depending on how wide he is, maybe around some wheel aces. And then he's got some like queen, jack, club, ace, X club.
Ace
But
four
this-
club.
Yeah, but this he
Yeah.
shouldn't, but he will.
Yeah.
So but we don't need to get all wrapped around him having a set of eights, but that is going to be a very common hand here.
Yes. But his value is pocket eights
So
and pocket
be an
fives.
overplayed like ace eight
Yes, that's the other thing.
because
I'm going to discount significantly ace eight. Not many people are going
nine.
to raise ace eight here with two people yet to act.
Nines and tens.
8, 9. I mean, if it's because you have to think being first to
Maybe
act.
8, 9 clubs, maybe pair with a club draw.
Pair with a club draw, yeah. But what about just pocket nines, pocket tens?
I discount that because
Okay.
this is massively multi-way to begin with.
Right.
I mean,
So,
that's
gotta-
pretty fucking gangster with two people
Right.
yet to act.
so we're
early
not
You
going
position
to
got
fold.
versus
some
early
combos
position.
of eights and nines in there. I mean, because not everybody first to call it. There's so many players that are just calling, nines, tens, maybe even up to jacks pre-flop.
Right.
That we'll see a flop and they get that 8 high flop. They're like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, I'm golden. We're putting all the money in.
Right.
They
And
can't have a big
and I have to
pair here.
raise to make sure that I fold out these two guys with their overcards. They might think that.
Right.
Now, one question here. We are no longer confident we have the best hand, but we are not folding yet.
Correct?
We need to see what happens, right?
Correct?
Good. Okay.
All right,
That
so how does this
brings-
affect? This is somewhat a significant card. I mean, it brings in the wheel, but
And the 6-7.
yeah,
Those are both believable.
true. All
But
right,
it doesn't bring in any believable set, and it doesn't bring any believable two pair.
so we check. Let's see what he does.
Checks behind.
All right,
We're
that's good.
We're ahead now.
Yeah, we're ahead. And we just desperately don't want to see a club, and we don't particularly want to see a 3 or an
I
ace.
don't think I love a 3, a 7, a 9, an ace, or a club.
Okay. I don't
So it's
mind
hard to
7.
understand what his hand is now, but I think maybe now I'm directing him more towards club draws,
Okay.
doing stupid shit.
Now this is really funny.
This is
This is
not a
this
great
is
card.
this is two one-liner, one card straights.
Yeah. This is so. I mean, the first question I think is how much 7x gets here with him. Some. We don't get the value bet here, and I don't think block bet is worth it either. I think we got a boss catcher.
Okay.
So let's check.
No, I'm not going to, but I understand your point. I accept your suggestion.
Yeah. So it's hard to know what calls you. I mean, so what calls you here is a non-believing nines and tens, but in a raise, you got to fold to a raise.
Oh yeah, I got
So
to fold to a raise.
yeah, so you get a call from
A set.
set of sixes. So let's think about
Oh,
what the fuck he's doing on flop. So I
he's
think
thinking,
Mike said it very succinctly a couple weeks ago. Never forget just the stupid shit they're gonna show up with.
Well, I mean,
Uh,
he has second.
I actually don't think
Yeah.
that yeah, it's kind of stupid. Heads up, this play makes more sense than multi-way, but their thought process, if we go back to the flop,
He has a 6 of
they're
clubs.
thinking the under the gun razor that should never hit this board. So when he's c-betting, and like I said, this is way, way, way better heads up than multi-way. But he's thinking he should never hit this board. He might just be c-betting the c-bet. Let me raise and see what happens. Everybody folds, if he has nothing, he's just gonna fold.
Are
And
you
then when
claiming
you
this is a
call,
where you at raise?
no, not a where am I at raise. It's he's saying that your C bet is bullshit, so he's gonna raise it to fold everything out. Sort of not really a bluff, not really value. He's calling your bluff with a raise. Except you're not bluffing.
So it is value. It is value.
Yeah, sort of.
It's
It's
value
just
and protection.
I mean, that might be the way he's thinking, but I would recommend no one here.
Heads up, it's a way
implement
better
this.
thought process.
I would recommend no
Multi-way,
one here implement this
Well,
strategy. It doesn't make
I don't
sense.
think
he's multi-way here, so I don't. In order
that's what
to
I'm saying. If it was
get
heads
it
up, I'd
heads
say
up,
it's a
he's
gangster
raising.
play. But
he's raising to get it heads up, which I don't necessarily disagree with. I mean, it's a risky play.
And when
but-
I call, he goes, "Uh-oh, they're
Yeah,
over."
he
then
shuts it
four,
down.
then he shuts it down with
Shuts
his
it down.
draws. Yeah, he shuts it down, and then he hits the 6 on the river. I don't have an issue with that.
Right.
Because
The
he's
weird
saying,
thing,
oh
yeah, the
shit,
weird
he does
thing-
have an overpair. I'm going to shut it down.
Yeah,
And then even when he gets his 6, which is weird because if his thought process is he has an overpair, when he hits his 6 and you lead out here,
he should
his
just call. He
6 should
doesn't know this.
have your entire range crushed.
Right.
So why is he only calling?
Well, because it's the one
because
line
do I ever have an ace-3 here
or
or,
ace
no.
or 7? And the fact
ace
is,
7.
I
Yeah.
can.
Yes, you can. You can have suited ace 3, suited 8. Yeah, you can.
Because all I did was raise in a position where I can have ace-3 suited. I can have ace-3 suited there.
The argument here is that his imposition raise on this texture, it's hard to know what calls you that's worse.
Yeah.
Maybe someone is oblivious and calls with kings, but
Right.
yeah. But you guys are kind of rationalizing his play on flop. I just think it's abjectly terrible.
I
I don't
think
think there's
would you
any
do fold?
rationalization for it.
What would you do? Fold?
well,
With his 6s, what would I do on flop?
Yeah, would you fold?
What size? So you used a very small size. I would stick
Call.
around. I would
You
I would
call him
call.
multi-way?
call with a 6 of clubs. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I call multi-way. I've got 2 back doors and I can hit a set.
Yeah, but you're calling multi-way out of position.
I also would consider
I wouldn't
I'm
call
in
it.
position
I
to
like the raise
to
better than a
zero.
call. Even multi-way, I like
That's
his
right.
raise here better than a call.
They're not great.
I
they're
think
not
his raise is
great
abjectly
options, but a
terrible.
call,
I
think,
don't
is
like the
I
raise.
don't think
I think his
is
raise is
terrible with 2
pretty
people yet
bad,
to act.
but I think a call here is even worse.
Yeah, call's worse. Yeah.
What I'm saying is I don't think his raise is great. I'm not praising his raise. I think it's a pretty bad raise, but I think a call is even worse.
Yeah, maybe the right
I think
place.
so
I
too.
think his call
I'm
is
with you.
is not great, but I don't think it's bad because you've got backdoor equity.
Here's the thing though about your backdoor equity, Larry, which is in a heads up pot, you've got your 6 of clubs can save you. In the level of multi-way that this pot is, when you call and invite other people in, it gets more and more it gets less and less likely that your 6 of clubs on the river saves you. So he really only has the straight equity, and the straight is runner 3-4.
Yeah,
But it is that. It is 3-4.
What about
And
7-9?
It's the
7-9. Yeah.
7-9, 5-6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
7-9 is more dangerous. It opens up 10-jack. It's harder for 10-jack to get here. Yes. So yeah,
Yeah, I
you're
don't. I think a raise here is horrible. I just think it's a horrible play.
right. I'm against the raise.
And I'm not backing down from that.
I'm against the raise here, and I think I'm in favor of a fold from him.
Yeah.
Especially given the result. But
I mean, heads up, it would be a super gangster or super aggressive, pretty gangster play. I think multi-way, it's not a great idea.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe if you're last to act.
Yeah. I did this
But
version of you. Yeah. Yes, if your last act, very different. Yes, very different if your last act.
Being first to act with two live players behind you,
Just fold.
I don't know, but I mean he did shut it down. I don't necessarily love his flat on the river. I mean, what 3x or 7x do you have?
I have ace
Very,
3.
very, very, it's almost no 7x, maybe some 3x, like
I have
ace
ace
3 of
7 of-
clubs.
I have ace 7 of clubs. I have a sliver of 8-7 of clubs, but I play this way. I have 6. I can't have 6-7 of clubs. I have those two. Ace 7 of
No, I mean you could have 6-7 of hearts,
I'm gonna have 6-7 of hearts. Yeah, and get there
but
this way.
does 6-7 of hearts ever lead on this flop? Ever c-bet this flop?
I could. It's still open ended. I could.
I still think his raise is pretty bad. I think
I
fold
agree.
for him is
I
the
agree.
way to go.
Yeah. All right. But boy, the fact that he doesn't raise me there, lose a bunch of chips. All right. That was
You lose as many chips as if he would have raised.
whose hand was that?
Mine.
All right, Larry. That was Larry's. Okay. So after Larry is in this new order, after Larry is Andy. Let me hit a button here so I can actually see everybody here. True. Yeah, we lost Brian. So yes, after Larry is Andy.
Okay. Don't forget to hide the cards. I
Wow.
closed my eyes.
What is happening with this? With me not remembering to hit the button. All right, there we go. All right,
Okay.
here we go. You got ace queen.
All right.
Oh, by
And
the
its
way,
actions
we
on
never
me. I
discussed-
think I'm just
we
gonna
never
fold it.
discussed- We only discussed his play. We never discussed my play on this hand, which is to not 4-bet him here, which makes sense. After the check,
Has played.
To not four
I
bet.
said that he doesn't have very much 3 or 7, and if he raises me, I'm folding.
So why didn't you four bet him? Because you were scared of sets?
Because I think he has draws and hands that beat me as the main body of his hand of it. Although he has some
That logic, would you
and against that the draws, I don't. Do I want to get charged the draws? I guess maybe I do. Maybe 4-betting is good.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
I
think
don't hate a
3-bet.
a draw?
I don't hate a bet 3-bet here on the flop.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing that beats you there is sets, right? But it's a draw heavy board. It's kind of wet. It's draw heavy. He could have 9s, 10s, jacks, queens that he's 3-betting with, beat the kings. I think that's a pretty good board to 3-bet on. To smack.
Maybe.
I think a fundamental of low stakes poker is that when someone raises in position multi-way,
Mhm.
he's not balanced. There aren't enough of the kind of hands that he has.
Hmm.
He's
Sure,
already
yeah.
lowered the value of your kings. I mean,
Right.
just generally, I don't think that people aren't going to show up with this hand very often.
No, because this hand should be folding pre-flop all the time.
Yeah, so it just raising when he applies aggression and there's still two people still to act, it's very rarely going to be this low equity hand.
Yeah. So he calls there. We're going to play it heads up. And we're going to get 5 deuce of clubs, 8 of hearts.
You're going to do a lot of checking.
Hearts. With our pocket kings, we can check and we can bet. We chose to bet. We bet. He chose
To
to
raise.
raise with his 6, and the 6 can if it has this. It doesn't want a club to raise. That's freaky. With the club, it doesn't raise,
Mhm.
but he raises.
Well, I think because a club blocks some of
Look at kings.
some of the hands you would lead out with that you're going to continue with.
Look at kings. Look at
And
what
my
kings are
kings
supposed
now.
to do here. You're supposed to smack him in the face.
No, I can mix.
can.
And my king.
But
Let's see, Did I have the-
so if we go back and look at what his strategy
my
is,
spade heart.
so let's
So-
go back and look at his strategy.
You're supposed to
When-
pop him there, man.
When
Spade
you
heart. Yeah,
see that,
both are okay.
Yeah.
Raises 56%.
More often than not, you're raising though.
Yeah, but notice the percentage is
Yeah,
All right, well, let's go back to UTG +1 strat here.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. Larry's point is that
he has to be.
Solver's not going to have very many of these sets.
I mean, this is a very balanced.
This would
Raising
almost have to
range,
be a
right?
Prometheus solve because
This
of the
is like-
multi-way nature.
Yeah, yeah.
So if we look at this, if we
Yeah.
look at this range versus range,
Mhm.
I mean, we are going to miss a lot. So he gets to do this in position raising.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We're looking at pre-flop. Can we get a flop, please?
Yeah,
Oh.
while we're on pre-flop, and to Larry's point, like Solver doesn't have sixes, fives, and deuces as sets, whereas the population, like this player that flatted, is going to have probably all the pairs, and they're going to have
you're right.
eights, fives, and twos.
Here's his pocket
Solver
eights.
has
Here's his sliver of
fives.
pocket fives.
He has
So this is
fives.
his-
Yeah, I mean, so he's raising, but he's also raising like ace, queen, probably ace, queen clubs. He's like
Mhm.
raising random shit.
Yeah.
People just don't possess this. So
Yeah.
when they don't have a balanced raising range here. It doesn't make much sense for us to fight back.
with a 3-bet.
Yeah, that's my argument. Like,
Right. So let's see.
if we
I guess
no
I-
luck this and we took away like even a
Mhm.
small percentage of his imposition raise bluffs, our 3-bet percentage, our re-raise percentage is going to go down significantly.
Because they only do this with clubs.
And also, let's not forget he's doing this with two people yet to act. I mean, it's a
Yeah.
really fucking weird play.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, if he had, well, okay, yeah. I mean,
So that's
I-
why
I-
Solver is 3-betting it more often than I think we should.
Because it has
Okay.
a balanced region, which includes a lot of fuck off bluffs when it does that.
Heads up.
All right. Here we go. This was Larry. So the next one, did it even say who this
This
was?
was me.
Okay, Andy, you got ace queen. You raised it.
All right, I open. Ooh,
Massive multi-way again. Another massive multi-way.
yay! Just what I always wanted.
Mm-hmm.
It's what I asked Santa for Christmas.
Yep. And then you get donked into.
Oh. And we get donked into multi-way. It's just straight to the muck.
Yeah, we fold, of course. Now let's see as we see them played out, let's see what opponents like to do. 9 queen offsuit for a call.
I really like the
These
the
turn-
the 4-6 of hearts donking here.
Yeah.
That's
Very good.
gangster.
There is the thing that Mike points out. There is not top of range. A hand
No.
that can't take a lot of heat, but that could improve. Takes a shot. Top pair calls him. Doesn't improve. And decides that he's
And
decide-
keeps going.
queen of spades to go with it.
Let's see if he triples.
Gives up.
Oh, he triples there. He gets it.
Gives up.
Maybe not.
I got a hand. Are we going to meet on Friday? I got a great hand like this on Friday.
Okay. Yep. We'll meet on Friday. Okay.
I had the dream last night playing live, guys. I was playing $500 deep, and I 3-bet this guy. He called out of position, and then he donked into me 3 times for all the money, and I had flopped a boat.
Oh, nice. In position.
That's the only time it's ever happened.
You just
Even
raised.
live. I can't think of someone who tripled into me when I
You
triple
just-
dunked into me when I flopped a boat.
That's so nice. All right, Mike. Aces.
Right.
And a raise to 4.
All right. 12.
All right. I went.
Yeah,
I
sure.
went a
Okay.
little. I was a little scared.
Yeah, oh yeah. And against the bigger open, we don't necessarily need to go as big.
No,
No.
we still
Yeah,
got a
nope.
flop. We still got a pot of 4. We still got 4 to 1.
That's
SPR.
good.
check.
He checks
I was
and
hoping he would donk.
This is, I think, because we have the ace of clubs here. We actually, I think that makes us allowed if we want to check. Like I think this is the better version of it. But I'm not checking. I am going to c-bet because I would c-bet a lot here anyway, and I would make it 7. I would go 7 big blinds. Oh, okay.
I did the halfway between check and 7.
Yeah, all right. Ooh, is this the rare? No, we're in position. Really don't need to, so we'll just call.
No.
See what he does.
I think it was really funny as we're going at this is the moment where we were hoping he had pocket 7s. We said we have pocket 7s, all the money goes in. It's like, well, it still all goes in.
Oh, okay. Very nice. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, we just call.
Thank you. Come again.
So
Right.
let's look at this guy. It's only 12 hands. I was hoping to get some like indication of what kind of player is doing this, but
Yeah.
it's only 12 hands.
Right. And the one thing is you bet a normal
Drooly
size.
player.
You bet a normal size here. I don't think this happens. You bet you check here, it may happen. But your check when you call the turn looks more trappy and than this size. This size looks like an underpair. And he says, I'll get it to fold with one giant bet.
I am curious if we get to trap this with the ace of clubs more
Let's
often.
see. Let's see. This is going to be
And the
button.
only reason I'm wondering is if because we have the ace of clubs, we're okay with them giving them kind of a free card to
think
catch
so.
up, right? We want them
think
to
so.
hit a king on their king jack and queen
Right.
queen. And
Yeah, that makes sense to me. All right, let's do this as a raked game. 6 max. Save. He raises. He raised extra big. Let's make it unraked to get the size up there. He raises. We have aces on the button. We go to 10. He has pocket 4s and does not fold. He correctly does not fold the bottom of his range there. He calls. Great. Flop is 7-3 of clubs, ace of hearts. When he checks flop, you guys are in the way of the flop. He checks our aces here.
yeah, it doesn't matter.
Don't care.
There's no difference.
They just don't care. Yep. I agree with your logic. And I probably would have played accordingly. All right, there we go. Does he have the 4 clubs even?
No, he didn't.
Not even the 4 clubs. All right, that's
He
my
was just trying to punish you in your
He
weak range bet.
exactly. Adrian, you have pocket 9s. And you opened them, by the way. And you got 3 bet.
I got
I'm
3
so
bet.
sorry. I'm so sorry you got 3 bet.
From
Cut
what are his stats? How many hands you got in this?
We got 20 hands on him. He's playing reasonably. This is his first 3 bet. He's going to be aggressive after the flop.
I don't know a whole lot about him. He's not super tight, so I'll call and set mine here. You got 10-1 here easily, so yeah, I'll call and set.
Yep, we're at a position which is not good for that.
Yeah.
Set mining is okay, and the 9s sometimes, in other cases, win at showdown, but it's going to be hard to get to showdown with that infinite aggressive factor. So
Yeah.
maybe this is a better fold, but I don't fold, and we flop a really funny.
Oh, buddy.
That's
Check.
funny. Check.
Gotta call once.
Yep, got to call once, and he bet bigger than normally you would on this
Yeah.
kind of board, but we're still calling.
Yeah. Check.
Check. He checks behind.
Oh, you get away with it. Okay.
All right, so his
Ooh.
aggression factor is on the flop. It just went away.
Check. 2.
Check and call, right?
Check and call. Yeah.
Check,
Check and call.
Oh, just
Check. Oh, he let you get away with it. Okay.
Right. So we never bet we did not bet the river.
Yeah.
I didn't bet the river. You guys didn't bet the river. Same reason.
No. Mm-mm.
Let him bluff.
Yeah.
Right. Yep. If we bet the river, he probably folds. So good. All right. Happy. All right. And Derek, last hand.
Why aren't you
Ace
taking
king.
any of these, Scotty?
What?
Nothing.
Oh,
I
these
was
are all
being a smart
VPIPs.
ass.
These are all VPIPs. These were filtered for VPIP.
I know. I was saying, why aren't you taking any hands today, Scotty?
Oh,
Being
I
a
thought.
smart ass.
Oh, two reasons. One is I was, and then because I realized because I talk constantly about every hand, so we don't need me.
You already played all these hands.
So yeah, that's the other reason. I did all these hands. We know how I would play them. Incorrectly in many cases. Those nines. Oh, as I did it, I just went, oh, I have to show this to Andy. Oh, I feel so bad. All right, here we go. Just straight out of position. You got it, Derek. Ace king. Did you say bet one?
Derek said check.
Oh, he did. Okay, I didn't hear him. Or did he type it?
I'm just
Derek?
kidding. Derek didn't say anything.
Derek, are you there? Did we lose Derek? All right, we lost Derek. Adrian,
Wants to- Derek wants to shove all in.
All right,
That's what he said.
that's right. Derek, you're Adrian. You're Derek's attorney. What do you advise him to do?
Derek is probably going to bet.
All right.
I think Derek's going to bet. He goes on the aggressive side.
I'm doing the practice of let's check range.
Checking out a side. Yeah.
Let's just check range.
That's got to be like a 80-90% check board.
Checks behind.
It's not more.
Great.
I don't know. The paired board might actually increase your c-bet frequency, I think.
Let's see. Let's learn that. That'll be our last thing we learn. This is hijack versus button. Hijack.
It won't be a bet range, I don't think, but I also
Let's see what
think
the
it was
frequency is.
like 7-6 deuce versus 6-6 deuce
That's what we're gonna look at.
or something like that.
100.
Do you think it's like a 40% bet board? It looks like it's a really well. We'll see. Let's see.
Max. Okay.
And on this particular board, I think it might even like a bigger size.
It's gonna have to be cutoff versus button, Scotty, because it won't give us peak six max. Won't give you any. Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Never mind. I'm an asshole.
Right. Here we go. Hijack raises. Button calls. There we go. And then we get our flop of 6-6 deuce rainbow. Diamond club spade. Okay. And our bet frequency is 30%. Now let's change this to
big
7.
size. Big size.
Oh,
that's kind of important.
Yeah. It's big, right?
So
you don't bet the board per wrestling. Now let's go. Let's change this from 6-6 deuce to 6-7 deuce.
Nothing.
You are right. Good point. Nicely done. And the surprise, though, on paired boards, usually you bet small. This is a paired board which likes to bet big. Very surprising to me.
Yeah, and it's because it's on the lower side.
Right.
Yeah.
Make it 10-10 deuce or 9-9 deuce, and you'll start mixing in like smaller sizes. No, still big.
Still big.
A lot of big. A lot
Still like.
Oh, take the deuce away though. Take the deuce is a big part of
Oh,
it.
yeah, the deuce. Because nobody can have a deuce.
Go like 6-6-8.
6-10-10.
6-10-10. Now you get small bets.
Yeah. People can have
And a lot more checks.
But your betting frequency, like you said, is still higher with the paired board. That's true.
All right, now back to here. We are on
6-6 deuce.
Yeah, we're on 6-6 deuce, and we are on club diamond spade. Just in case it comes later. Here we go. 6-6 deuce. We are on our ace king, and our ace king is at diamonds. And when we have the ace king of diamonds, it likes a bet.
That's 65%.
Yeah. It's got a backdoor flush. It likes it. But there's certainly nothing wrong with checking. We check this time. Goes check, check. Check and check. The turn is the 4 of diamonds, I believe. No, 4 of
spades.
4 spades. And then we'll not look at that, but we'll look at this and see what I did. 4 spades. At this point, I can bet for value.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But I decided to bet. I decided to check for picking up a bluff against weakness. So the
Okay.
eight. So
Eight.
he has a lot of showdown value now,
Mhm.
and I beat a lot of his showdown value. So I'm not going to do it, but I could bet for value here. I could bet 3 or 4 and
Mhm.
get called by ace queen.
Ace queen, yeah, ace jack, ace 10, something like that.
Yeah. Now
Queen,
I wasn't
queen.
getting called by 10 queen,
Yeah.
but I could have done it, and I considered it. Would you guys have?
I probably would have just checked it down like you did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would check call.
All right, here we go. Turn, we went check, check, and then the river is the 8 of clubs. And does the ace king here bet for value ever? Yes, all the time.
All the time.
All
Wow.
the time.
Wow.
Ace queen a lot. Ace jack doesn't, because you're trying to get called by ace queen. All the time and a lot. So that's now. Do we think this is a good idea in the real world? I do. How about you guys?
Yeah, I think it would be real player dependent.
It's just, I think a lot of population is going to overfold.
Yeah, versus an unknown, I think you're right. I think they would typically probably just fold their ace queen if they got here, or ace jack, or ace high, whatever ace high they're supposed to be calling with.
Can you show the equity here?
Sure.
Just click on equity just above where you're,
Yes.
go back to the right, to the
Equity.
right. Yeah. Yeah, so it's a value bet. It's got, looks like it has 71% equity.
Yeah, and you watch it drop down there like that.
Yeah, drops down pretty quickly.
Yeah, and that's why the ace queen is and then the ace queen is generally betting small, and the ace king is generally betting large in its size. Just to show you that again, the ace king is betting 3.9 most of the time. The ace queen is betting 1.6 most of the time. Because when you bet 3.9,
All right, gentlemen, I got to run for the day.
bye.
Have a very Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas, Andy.
Merry Christmas.
And I will try to pop in Friday.
You get called by the ace queen here, and another ace king. And when you bet the ace, when you bet this, you sometimes lose against sometimes an ace king. All right, cool. Thanks everybody.
All right, talk to you on Friday. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, everybody.